just take your burden down to my soil. Now we'll make yellow flowers for you.
Hi jewellery makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK, so grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Designer Inspiration. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. And my name is Rebecca Redican. Almost forgot it then. And I am joined today by the absolute wizardess of jewellery making. She is an absolute wonder to behold. She knows her way around a reel of wire. It is the spellbinding Laura Binding. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Troublesome team back together.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you excited for today?
I am actually.
Good.
It's gonna be good.
Fill me in. What's been going on?
Not lots really. Kids are back at school. Jackson started school. So yay.
First day.
First day yesterday.
Did he love it?
He absolutely loved it. Yeah. So he's gone back again this afternoon, and then that's it. He's in. So yeah, it's been all go, but it's been good. It's been good go.
What have you got for us today, love?
Well, we've got lots of lovely cabochons, but we've set them in different ways that I haven't set them before. So we've got a nice fun project, and we've got something a little bit more intricate, a little bit more advanced. So try to sort of mix it up a bit.
Bit of something for everyone today, then.
Hopefully.
Speaking of cabs, I gave you a little heads up about this on my Facebook page, and it's finally here. Brand spanking new. A gemstone which up until today I have never ever had my hands on. This is the most magnificent bloodstone coming up for you today, otherwise known as heliotrope. You have got the opportunity to get your hands on all of these cabs today. And do you know what's really taken me? Not only the gemstone, but some of the shapes in here are so spectacular. I found a gorgeous one before. Where's it gone? There's like fan shapes, there's large ovals. This is the one, look at that. It's, do you know what it reminds me of? You know that game that I always play at Christmas? I don't know about you lot. And yeah, that one. It's a debate, isn't it, always, every year. Is it a piece of pie or is it a piece of cheese? Ben, have you no idea what we're talking about?
What is this game?
Trivial Pursuit. Other games are available, obviously.
I had the chance to play it once, but I missed it. So.
Did you hear that story? Did you hear Ben's story then? This is how the story went. Oh, Trivial Pursuit. Yeah, I had the chance to play it once, but I didn't. Expect that and so much more today. I'm joined by Brother Pete. Hi, Brother Pete. How are you, love? Come on in, Brother Pete.
I'm not your real brother. We need to.
What?
we need to clarify that every time. Like,
why? What? Don't disown me now, Brother Pete. That is so rude. We are related, Brother Pete. Everybody says we look too similar not to be.
Yeah.
Are you disagreeing with the audience, Pete?
No, of course not.
Of course not, he says. Guess what I've got for you today? So excited to bring this to you. It is the one, the only, the highly prized and forever sought after tantalizing Tanzanite. This is coming to you today. I'll be completely straight with you. Not a massive quantity. So if you want it, you've got to get in quickly on this today. I've got some brand new strands as well. Another one locational gemstone actually. Take a look at these carved leaves. One locational from Western Australia, an area called Mookaite. It is, of course, your Mookaite. This is coming up. Look at those leaves. They're spectacular, aren't they? They're coming. Oh, look. Look at them dancing around in front of your eyes. They're lovely, aren't they? Look at these massive, chunky monkey pieces as well. These, to me, could be classed as an individual cabs. Look at them. Huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 I've got on my strand. They're large, aren't they? These are coming up to you. And I have got a really, really, really special challenge for spellbinding. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of a section of it. Do you want to have a little look? This is a section of the challenge. Bear in mind, my producer has already seen these, and yet she still went, ooh, when it came to the screen then. Oh my goodness, this is just a section of it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It looks like a what? A fairy's house. Okay, producer Helena. Producer Helena, also with us this afternoon. Oh my goodness, my team's back together today. Woo, so happy. Ryan's been on The Late Show, haven't you? You've been somewhere. Where have you been? You've been being a rock star. No, but you've been being a rock star. Had a couple of days off because, you know, Ben's in a band and he does cool band things. I have got so many cool treats for you today, loads of discounted prices as well. How about we get started with something really special? Are these new? Only been seen once before. Let's get started with one of your favourite organics of all time, shall we? Take a little look at my potato pearls. Ooh, they are sumptuous, aren't they? Absolutely spectacular. Maroon cultured potato pearls. They have got a really deep, rich colour palette to themselves, don't they? Really wonderful, almost like little deep berries. Every single one of these is so delicate. Around 5 by 6 mil on these ones. Now, we all know that pearls are absolutely huge this year. They always have been, of course, but they are set to continue to be essentially one of the biggest organics of 2015 as well. I'll be honest with you as well, I let you into this the other day, the fact that we are finding it harder and harder and harder to get our hands on pearls, because yields have gone down, prices have gone up. Around Christmas time, we're going to find it really, really hard to be getting our hands on this. And the thing is, I understand that the presenters keep telling you this, and I understand that at home you're probably thinking, well, I keep getting told that we're not going to see that many pearls, and pearls are going, and we've not managed to get a large amount in for Christmas. I know there's lots of shell pearl coming, but I keep being told there's not much pearl left. But then I see strand after strand after strand of pearls. What I would say to you is, think back to December. And think back to when we used to talk to you. I used to stand here like a complete wally and say, Tanzanite, so rare, it's so unusual to see it, and then I'd have 3 strands within one show for you, which completely went against the whole point I was trying to make. But think about it now. You don't see 3 strands of Tanzanite a show now, do you? You're lucky if you see 3 strands a month on say, the Designer Inspiration show, aren't you? So realistically, you've got to bear that in mind with things like this, because truly, when it comes to around Christmas time, we found it so hard to get our hands on any at all. These are your maroon cultured potato pearls. Your price on these today is just £6.95 for you on all of these. Spelby, what do you think of that price, love?
I think that's amazing, isn't it? To get like that colour, I love that colour as well. It's a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, because you always think of pearls, you think of the bright sort of, the white sort of creams. But it's quite nice to have it in that variety. And again, that would complement those white sort of those creams really beautifully as well. So you could sort of change it up a little bit.
What metals would you put with this if you were to say wirework it?
I think instinctively you would go for a more earthy kind of colour, but you also want it to stand out against it as well. So I mean, if you did go for silver, it would look nice, but I think I would probably go for gold. A nice gold. I would say copper, but I always say copper. But it would be brighter. So if you had antique bronze, it would disappear into it.
Yeah, I know what you
So
mean.
I would probably go. I think if you had gold, it would make it look quite rich and luxurious.
Pop a little bit more.
Because you need something to stand against it, sort of pop out.
You're absolutely right. And when you have pearls of this quality as well, you really want them to stand out, don't you? These are really ever so popular. Congratulations to everyone getting your hands on them. 0800 644 655. That's the number you want to call if you want to get your hands on some of our amazing deals today. Now, I'm going to bring to you Lovely Spellbinding's challenge. Now, you've had a chance to have a little look at this. What do you think?
I love it. It's really different. It's unusual. And I think it's got a lot of scope because without actually feeling it, they're so lightweight.
Yeah.
Whenever you see a stone like that, you assume it to be quite heavy, but it's not. It's really lightweight. So I think suddenly it's made it a lot more wearable because of that. I just love it. I just love the colours, sparkles.
It is wonderful, isn't it? Now these are, of course, your purple-coated druzy that we have here for you, and they come within what is essentially the natural form. Now, you know when I talked to you about druzy and about how druzy itself is formed, and I talked to you about how there will be a porous outer rock, which we can see if I show you the back of it. So this is our porous outer rock. And what will happen is a silica-based substance will seep in to this rock over time. And as the liquid itself enters the gem, because we have this hollowed out area, it's such a different temperature, the pressure even changes inside here, which means that the silica-like substance instantly, in a sense, freezes. It goes so cold so quickly that the actual crystals themselves don't have time to form a full selection like you might expect in a gem, which is why you get this really organic, glistening, stunning internal effect on these. So you're going to be getting two pieces of this. You've got the purple coated druzy here, which is around 60 mil, and this is the larger one. And then on your smaller one, average, you're going to be looking at around 50 mil, 50 by 35 mil on those approximately, of course. 100 carats in each is the suggestion. But we are doing this as a challenge, so we want to give Laura Binding a few helpful additions to this. So we're going to be bringing her the wire. I have got 10 meters worth of your 1 mil wire, and I've also got 10 meters worth of your 0.4. Now these are two great pairings really for working together. We've got your structural and we've got your weaving wire here. Now these, Spelby, I've got to admit, quite unusual to work with these. Yeah. Have you got any ideas coming to your mind? You have.
I have. So I am going to do a pendant. Yeah. Because
that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. I want to show that, you know, a lot of the time it's a statement. It's the one rock on a long chain, you know, something like that. So I'm going to have a play about with that. And I am going to do something a little bit different with the other one.
Ooh.
I've got an idea. I'm going to see how it plays out.
Oh, I can't wait to see. So to get those ideas later on, do stay tuned. We'll be letting you see them at around 4:45. Now, I am going to do you a designer inspiration price point on this right now, which is why there's already people buying it. I genuinely believe you're going to be blown away. Your price today, £18.30. is your should be price. We are going to be dropping this low. We're going to be going down. That's why there's multi-buyers. That's why people have called up on the phone and they're getting themselves two. Your price today, if you've never tried these out before, now's your opportunity, because give a go with that with wire for just £14.95. What do you think of that price point?
Brilliant. You know, you've got for me, the crucial wires. You've got the 0.4 and you've got the 1 mil, which you can do for me anything with.
Yeah.
And you've got these amazing, interesting sort of stones. They're different. Again, you know, I like anything different. So for me, I just think they're amazing.
They are spectacular, aren't they? They really are mystifying. You can almost fall into them. They're so beautiful. Boy, oh boy, you absolutely love these. Congratulations, everyone. Where's Pete gone? Brother Pete. Someone's just messaged in. Someone messaged in saying they're looking forward to seeing more of Brother Pete. Yeah, please. Let's have a little look. Feel free to text us in today. Can't wait for the dance moves, Pete, lol. Because good reminder, Judith, good reminder. Pete, if you don't know about this, Pete on his breaks watches films, entire films in his break. And he likes to do them in themes. So he likes to have theme weeks. This week, his theme is Bollywood films. Oh, so he said that he's going to do some Bollywood moves for us today.
That I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah. I cannot wait. Do feel free to text us in today. We want to hear from you. Get involved. 60777 is your text number. If you've got any questions for spellbinding, feel free to message us in. She's ever so lovely and oh so helpful, and she will strive to answer your questions, no matter what it might be, such as lure binding. Ooh, think of a good one. I want a hard one. Sorry, I'm having suggestions in my ear, and can I just say these suggestions are starting epically with things such as, would you rather be a unicorn or a minotaur?
Unicorn, obviously.
I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. We don't want to ask obvious questions. Come on. Okay, if you could go anywhere for a day, just a day, and you were never allowed to go back, ever, just one day, where would you go? And why?
Oh, I don't know. I'd like to go somewhere in America, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I love people watching and sort of, different cultures and different lives. So somewhere in America, I just watch everybody. Like, when you see it on telly, you want to see if it's real. I know it's weird, isn't it?
No, I absolutely love that. I really do. I also love the fact that the price is dropping. I'll be honest with you, I'll be absolutely straight with you. Why have we dropped the price? Don't worry, everyone pays the same price. All of you 30, 40, 50 people who've already bought it, you're all paying the same price. But just to say, we're dropping the price because I've just been told we've got over 100. So we've dropped the price, everyone can have a go at it now. Wow, need, want, no more, said. Looking forward to the rest of the show, girls. Thank you very much, Joanne. Joanne, you have got yourself one. Good on you, love. Thank you very much. I know, it's great to see some ideas that we've got coming up as well. I love that you just said America. You could have picked anywhere. And anywhere even... For example, in my ear, my director said the moon. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think of that. I was thinking of real places.
Where in America? My producer wants to know.
I don't know. I'd want to go somewhere like Chicago or...
Oh, that'd be lovely. I've never been to Chicago.
No. San Francisco, somewhere like different.
Just anywhere. Just anywhere. You're just naming places.
No,
anywhere
I've
now.
always said I want to go to San Francisco and Chicago. My husband, Tony and I have said when the kids are older that we were hoping to go and do like a little trip like that.
Oh, that'd be so cool to me. There are so many of you buying this. Check out those baskets. Brother Pete's back in the room. Did you see that text, Brother Pete?
No.
Someone said they were looking forward to your dance moves today.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm looking forward to pulling them off.
I'm looking forward to pulling them off, he says. I cannot wait. Have you been practicing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Did you? He nearly gave us a sneaky peek then. No, you've got to wait. You've got to wait. Gosh, he's quite opinionated today, Pete, aren't you? He's like that. No, if you missed it, you missed it. All right. Brother Pete trying to disown me first, and now you're not showing us your dance moves.
You missed it, you missed out.
Pete. I'm going to call our mum Jules and have a word. Right, it is $12.95 for you today. Congratulations, everyone, for getting that. There's loads of you. Now, I am going to move on because I have to squeeze some more in, but do stay where you are. I know this is ever so popular. Slight you on the phone, but we will be with you. Congratulations. How about bringing you this brand spanking new strand? Take a look. Now, I say stranded. But honestly, if I were to take these off and just didn't show you the drill hole, you would be forgiven to imagine that these are cabs, wouldn't you? I mean huge cabs, because they're from around 43 mil all the way to 46 by 34 mil, which is absolutely huge, isn't it? Now these are agate. The thing I absolutely adore about these is it's black agate, therefore the luster is absolutely mesmerising, but also completely opaque. Now that means that if you did want to treat this like a cab and pretend there was no drill hole there at all, you absolutely could, because you cannot see the drill hole through here at all. Loads of you already coming in. Now this is black agate, so there are areas, I don't know if you can see it, there are areas of colour forming, there are areas of, oh look at that, beautiful pooling sections. Absolutely wonderful array of individuality on this strand. Genuinely, let's imagine for a second, if we may, that these were cabs. You've got here 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of these here for you today. If you had 9 cabs, how much would you on average be paying per cab? Now I know that I always talk to you, don't I, when I say cabs, about I like to keep up to date with kind of the prices in other shops and etc, etc. And agate cabs in a very well-known shop, very well-known store, depending on the size, range from around the £14 mark all the way up to £17, £18 mark. Now if that was the case, imagine that for 9 pieces. Even if we did it low down and we said £10 each, that'd be £90 worth of cabs that you had on here. We of course are going to be nowhere near that price. If you haven't worked with cabs before, but perhaps you love the look of cab setting, but perhaps you just haven't quite grasped it yet, because let's face it, it is pretty hard to do. It really, really is. You've got to make sure it's encapsulated at the front and at the back perfectly, so the stone itself doesn't fall out, because that's the last thing you want when you've put your time and effort into making something, is it? Your cab to fall out. With this, if you want the look, you can have a sneaky, use the hidden drill hole within there, can't you? So you still get the look, but you have got that added little bit of security. Double faceted on each side. There's loads of you getting your hands on this already. You know that my price point on this brand spanking new strand of cabs pretty much is going to be spectacular. There's 9 of them. Your price point today is astonishing. £11.95. That is your premier price point on this today. Loads of you dashing in on the phones for this one. Blimey, I know I didn't expect that either. So how much is that working out per one then? £1.33, I'm being told. £1.33. You wouldn't be paying that for a cab anywhere else, would you? And do you know what? Even for a gemstone this huge with a drill hole, you wouldn't generally be paying that anywhere else at all, would you? Do you like these, lovely lady?
I do. I think they're lovely. And again, like you say, they're sizable. It means that if you did treat it as a cab, you can set it in any way that you want, so you don't necessarily have to have it in a direction of the drill hole. Yeah. You could have it sit in a sideways, so it's more, you know, it's not going to look so big, because it's going to sort of go wider, if that makes sense. Maybe. And again, as a centerpiece of a cuff would be really gorgeous.
That'd be lush, wouldn't it?
Just as a long drop, you could do so much with that. I mean, even as a double ring, imagine that as a double statement ring.
Whoa, that would be
awesome.
Pow.
It would be pow, but it would be, you know, people wear these big rings, you know, like obviously it would be a double ring, but there's lots of options. So for me, that's definitely right up my street. That's my type of strand.
It really is. It's so beautiful. Congratulations, all of you getting your hands on it. Your names have gone off my screen again. We're going to have a real busy day today. Don't forget, feel free to get in touch with us today. Give us a text in. We want to hear off you, please. 60777 is the number. Any messages you have for lovely Laura, we'll pop them up throughout the show. £11.95, 1,000 carats worth of your black agate. 1,000. As Ben, my director Ben, always says, what would you say about this, Ben?
1,000 carats?
Yeah.
Well, if you went to a supermarket and bought 1,000 carats, How much have you spent?
Did you hear that? He said, this is what he always says. Now, bearing in mind, him and Ryan switch over halfway through, so Ben will be my director in a little bit. Every single time we have a high quantity carat weight on any gemstone, without fail, I hear in my ear, if you were to buy 1,000 actual carats, how much would that cost? Every time, without fail. And it's a very good point to make, Ben.
Thank you.
If I were to buy 1,000 carats, I'm pretty sure it'd be more than $11.95.
And you'd have to go to multiple shops as well.
And you'd have to go to multiple shops. Why?
Because no shop's going to have 1,000 carats. It's silly.
Because no shop's going to have 1,000 carats. Of course.
You're saving petrol as well.
Saving on petrol as well. Oh, it all adds up, Ben. It all adds up, doesn't it? Oh, my team's amazing, isn't it? You lot at home, the funny thing is you lot at home might watch me and think, she's a little bit unusual, that Becky. She's a little bit odd. She's a bit strange. I am the most normal person in this team. Not everyone agrees. £11.95 for 1,000 carats worth of this brand spanking new strand. Congratulations. This is going to go with so much. And don't forget, even if you don't use it with, say, your wire wrapping, you can inlay this, you can work this in a soutache design, possibly, you know, possibly. A stunning little array here for you. Loads you get in this. Double buyers left, right and centre. $11.95 is your price point. Congratulations. Now, let me get you a bit of a bundle, shall I? Bit of a duo. Oh my Gideon, they are lush. Oh wow, I didn't spot these before when we had our meeting. Oh wow, I absolutely adore, look at the length of this strand. Oh my gosh, what is that bit there? Do you ever get that? When you get a gemstone strand and you look at it and think, wow, that's gorgeous, and then you go, wait, what's that? Oh, what's that one? And this gemstone strand here, this beautiful opal, is just giving me something new and exciting and interesting to look at. It's one of the reasons I adore opal so much. It gives you this gorgeous fluidity internally as well. It's really interesting to look at. Sections of this almost look like amber encapsulated. It's fascinating. Do take a little look at my beautiful opal duo. This goes to show one of the reasons I love opal. Look at the variety there. It's exactly the same gemstone, but look how different they appear. They really are, aren't they? Now, I have my stunning fire opal, which is on the top. These are your medium nuggets, 90 carats worth, 44 centimetre strand approximately. That is lengthy. That's way more than our average, isn't it? And then on the bottom one here, you have got your dendrite opal, 40 carats worth of this dendrite. I haven't had dendrite on for ages. Now, let me look at this dendrite. Oh, really high quality dendrite. Dendrite's an interesting one. Opal in general is quite an interesting one because when you look at it, you can see the quality quite quickly usually. In things like your Ethiopian opal, of course, you're looking for lots of fire and pinheads. That means it's high quality. Dendrite, however, due to its nature inherently, has no colour play at all. Dendrite, the way you tell high quality dendrite is by a nice, equal and continuous matrix, kind of fern-like effect, which is the dendrite, which is the dark patch areas. And when you have a look at this, you've definitely got that. Definitely got that. You've got the speckles, almost the fern-like appearance, just running through every single one of these. Can I show you that exciting... Have you got that picture? How good are you? Ryan, I've missed your face. I have. My director, how long ago did I send you that? Ages ago. Months and months ago, and he's kept it. That's the picture of dendrite opal in its rough form. So can you see all that fern-like structure? That's the dendrite, the dark sections, all those patches. And can you see they almost have like an organic nature? It almost looks like something's actually growing internally, which in a sense is kind of what has happened within the Mother Nature's process. And that's what you're getting in here, all those gorgeous little patches. Can I show you that bit of opal that I said looked similar to amber? Look at that bit there. doesn't it? It's hard for you to see, but it has got a gorgeous area of translucency. So 40 carats worth on the dendrite, 90 carats worth on the fire opal. You have got a lot of opal to play with here. Your price for both today. Now I know that we're about to drop that. I am absolutely shocked at that. I did not expect that price point. I was expecting instantly, even at our prices, $14.90 came into my head, because I know it's 2 strands. $14.90 came into my head. $10.90? That's epic. We don't even have to drop that price. We really don't. This is opal, isn't it? This is one of those gemstones that we all know. You grow up knowing it. You know about the ruby, the emerald, the diamond, the opal. We know these names. It's not one of the big 4, but for me, it's in the human consciousness. It's in society's consciousness. We know all about this beautiful, wonderful gemstone. So $10.90 to me is absolutely phenomenal. My producer Helena says she wants everyone to have the opportunity to get their hands on this. So we're going to go under 10. Your price today, £8.95. Genuinely, 100% ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. For 44 centimetres worth, 90 genuine carats worth of absolutely stunning, everybody knows it, you all adore it. It's not a gemstone that if you have on your stall or you give as a gift you've got to tell a big story about. Everyone's going to know the name opal straight away. Wouldn't you pay £8.95 for this 1 strand? I would be chuffed as anything if I bought this on the Jewellery Maker channel at £8.95. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I love opal, so I'm a wee bit biased, but genuinely, I am happy to buy any gemstone of a 44 centimetre length, the amount we've got in here, any gemstone for 44 centimetres approximately at that price. But this is opal. That makes it so much more just for this one. £8.95 for 44 centimetres worth of any gemstone is amazing, let alone opal. And then you get your dendrite as well. I genuinely am absolutely astonished at that price point. I'll be honest, for some reason this escaped me in the pre-production meeting, no idea why. That is spectacular. I'm blown away. Spelby, what do you think?
I think it's amazing, and again, to have that chance to say that you've got opal, and I think it's good if you want to use opal, but you don't want to go necessarily to the high-end opal. You know, like the real, you know,
intense fire.
You know, the cabs, and because normally it's in that kind of setting, isn't it? If it's that high-end,
right.
So you've got it a lot more. I think it just gives you something a bit more versatility again. Sorry.
Do you need picking up?
No, sorry.
You just tripped over your words then.
Yeah, my mouth's just gone there.
You got a bit of a cold, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, you can't tell.
No.
You can't at all. You really can't.
Oh, that's good.
No. $8.95 for both of these. Boy, oh boy. Oh, do you know what? I love looking at your names up in front of me, because you and I, all of you, George. Yeah, I'm talking to you, George, in Derbyshire. Susan. Yeah. You, Susan, loads of you, Duncan as well, Sue, Rita, Barbara. And do you know what I love looking at your names up there for? Because we have something in common. We love opal. There, I said it, and I don't care who knows it. £8.95. I can't get over that price. I'm absolutely astonished. I would be chuffed to buy just that 1 strand at that price, and I genuinely would be really happy. For me, that price point is like a buy one, get one free.
Do you know what you can make with it, which would be really cool? Is a little tree. So you can do the tree of lives, obviously, and so you could make a little tree of life, and obviously then you could say it's got opal, and is it November? October's. And again, you can make it as a gift, you can do, and again, it's a neutral colour, so you could add everybody else's birthstones into it, and you could have a really lovely gemstone tree.
Oh, that's so
everybody's
gorgeous.
sort of stones in it, and because it's like a sort of neutral colour, it wouldn't clash with anything.
I adore that. I really love that idea. It's a nice one. It reminds me, I've only got 18 left. Oh, I started off with loads. Well, more than 18. That reminds me, actually, what we were talking about. You didn't work out my little riddle on Rebecca Redican Facebook page, did you?
I know it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because I've told you. Literally, it was like spoon feeding her. I even told her the first one completely, and then said, "And now what's the next?" Still no clue. None at all, did you? If you've no idea what I'm talking about, on my Rebecca Redican Facebook presenter page, I put up the other day a little riddle to give you a clue about something I've got coming up on the 16th. It's a funky theme, basically, for the show, and it's going to be something that, trust me, every single one of you will be connected to in some way. That's a fact, straight out there. And I put a little riddle on there. You just didn't get it all,
if you'd have said that to me, then I probably would have got it. See, that's a good clue.
That is such a lie. I literally told you the first one.
I told you I'm rubbish at riddles.
But you're good at Wirework.
Yeah, so I'll take
that.
I can't be good at everything.
No, you can't.
No.
You can't. I've only got 12 of these left, and weirdly, I've got 11 in baskets. So if you want one, now's your opportunity. Get on the phone. Oh, actually, sorry, Debbie's just taken that in New Jersey. How about New Jersey? Spelby.
Yeah.
How about New Jersey?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Debbie's from there.
Oh. I'd just love to, just love to go and explore.
All right.
I'm just a bit rubbish, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Not the most exciting of people.
You are, Spelby. She's lovely, isn't she? Isn't she nice? Now, I've only got 10 left. Technically, it is a sellout, though, because once you lot check out, it's gone. Thank you very much for joining me today. Now, designer inspiration time. Yay! What are we expecting from your first DI, love?
This is going to be something a bit fun, and so it's quite versatile. You can adapt the design however you want to, really, but it should be achievable for anybody.
Brilliant. So a little bit of something for everyone today. Okay. In this, I've got your gemstone strands, I've got your wire, and I've got your cabs. If you've been wanting to get your hands on a beautiful selection of cabs, do not forget, I've got that Bloodstone coming up for you soon. Brand spanking new, gorgeous gemstone selection. All of that's coming up. But if you just want a selection of faceted, then I've got a couple for you here now. Let's get started with the wire, shall we? You've got 15 meters worth of your 0.25. Now, that's something we've only recently started doing. We're giving you an extra 5 meters worth of the thinner gauge wire. No extra cost to you at all. So you've got 15 meters worth on this reel. You're then getting 10 meters worth in the 1 mil, and you're getting 10 meters worth in your 0.6. Now, this is quite an unusual gauge selection, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit. But it's good. It's almost like a little taster, because you get to experiment with the different wire gauges.
Yeah.
And having that 0.25, you could do weaving with 0.6 wire. You would weave as the base wire. You'd have to be very patient, and but it's achievable because you've got such a fine wire.
That's good.
So it's good for sort of experimenting.
That's good to have a little play with that. Let's get your gemstones in, shall we? Oh boy, where to start? Okay, I've got some coins here for you. I just need to point out as well, I have got on this kit and my next kit some of the lowest price points of DI kits I've seen in quite some time. So if you want them, get in quick. I have got here for you beautiful rose quartz. Isn't that delicate? This is your Puffy Coins 14 mil, 210 carats worth we've got of this. That is a ring. Simple as that. That's wonderful, isn't it? 210 carats worth on there. You've then got your Amazonite in the faceted wounds. 4 mil, 30 carats worth. Now, we don't have Amazonite on that often, let alone in such delicate sizes. It's really tricky to get these delicate sizes cut because of course it's quite intricate. There's a very small area, but then to facet on top of that tiny area is really tricky. Put a lot of work into this strand for you, and we wouldn't go to all that trouble if the quality wasn't there. And the quality, trust me, well, you can see it for yourself. Look at that gorgeous hue. The quality is most certainly apparent within this strand. I've then got matte effect. Matte effect corner drilled beautiful squares that we've got here. They are really fascinating to look at, aren't they? These are described as your cushions. Now, I'm just reading the description above me. It doesn't actually say that they're matte effect, but they appear it, don't they?
I think it's just because they're not faceted and they're such a sort of soft, translucent colour. They give that effect.
Possibly, but I'm just thinking, looking next to the coins, can you see? It's almost brushed. It's not as highly. Can you see this is super high shine? It's almost frosted. It's not in the description though. It's just not as highly polished, that's all, which I think gives you a real different feel. This, of course, again is your rose quartz, so both the same gemstone, but in a really unusual corner drilled cushion. I adore the effects on those. They feel beautiful as well. So, two of my favourite colours together there. I love these really delicate blue hues with the pinks. We're then copying that colour palette with the cabs. I have got a selection of cabs here for you. You are going to be getting your rose quartz faceted cab, which is 40 by 30 mil. You've also got this fuchsia striped agate cab, same size on that again, both faceted. And lastly, but by no means leastly, beautiful Amazonite. Beautiful Amazonite cab, 4 mil. Now we will be showing you exactly how to work with the cabs in a moment, but there is also a chance for you to have a real good play with this. And don't forget, you have got your wire included within the antiques bronze. It was a 0.25, a 1 mil and a 6 mil. 3 cabs, a strand of Amazonite and 2 strands of your beautiful rose quartz, including that really special strand of the corner drill cushions. Your price point today, honestly, the price point that we're going down to is one of the lowest prices that you will have seen on a DI for quite a while. £21.95 for you today. Very unusual that we'll go under the £25 mark, really, isn't it? Very unusual. That means at that price, you're saving £15.60. That is a big chunk of saving, isn't it? That is a huge chunk of saving. Pete, brother Pete, don't look so bemused. If I gave you £15.60 now, what would you go and do?
£15.60.
£15.60. What would you do?
It's gonna have to be another buffet, Becky. I'm sorry. It's gonna have to be another buffet.
It's gonna have to be another buffet, Becky. I won't lie. I'm sorry. Another buffet. It's buffet Pete.
Yeah, no, buffet man.
Oh, he doesn't like buffet Pete. He upgraded himself then. He went, buffet man. I prefer buffet man, actually. All right, buffet Pete it is. Lovely Pete. Pete.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I gave you another £2, what would you do with it? £2.
I think I'd get an Irish coffee with that buffet or something.
I'd get an Irish coffee with that buffet. Buffet and an Irish coffee?
Yeah, I've done that from time.
He's just showing off now. He went, yeah, I've done that a few times. Well, tell you what, because that's such a good idea, we're going to do it for you. There's an extra £2, that's £17 back. I told you this is going under £20, £19.95. Now that is definitely one of the lowest price points we've seen, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing.
Look at all of this. That's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. And they've gone really gem heavy as well.
Huh? Pardon?
I've gone really gem heavy on what I've done.
You have, haven't you? You're not afraid there, are you?
No, I've gone a little bit different for me, but I just wanted to make a sort of a statement piece.
And you've definitely done that, 100%. Statement, almost a kind of catwalk.
Yeah, I mean, what I wanted to do is do something where I could do it the most that you would do it.
Yeah.
And then if you were doing it yourself, you can scale it back, you can do it to your own sort of designs, but I just wanted to show you that you could really go pow, or you could scale it down. You could have it as I've done it to be asymmetrical, but you can do it where you can have it as just as a plain bib, don't have the drops. You know, you can tweak it to adapt it to your own style.
Yeah, so you've gone big, but you can scale down.
Yeah, I've wanted to just sort of do as much as you could for you to then say, do you know what, I want to go like that, or I want to actually scale it back a little bit. I'm not going to add all 3 cabochons. I'm going to just, you know, you can adapt it.
You can adapt it. Yeah, of course I have. These just seem to fall on my finger though. It's weird. I adore what you've done with the rings and also with the earrings.
Yeah, I will confess, the earrings I did after I'd done the main piece. So what I would do if I was doing ears, you can see they're slightly odd. What I would have done is picked out equal sizes, put them to one side, then done the piece and then made the earrings to be completely symmetrical. But because I did them after, I didn't have 100% matching, but I just wanted to show you what you could do.
Got ya.
If that makes sense.
Got ya. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to check out really quickly for me. I'll be straight. We've got 100 of these, but they are going very quick. How often do you see a designer inspiration kit with the inspiration for $19.95? Very rarely indeed. I'm trying to think what my price points were yesterday. Can anyone remember? Come on, team. Pop quiz. Oh, Ryan wasn't here. 24 was one. That's a good price.
Yeah.
24, yeah.
26 is the other.
Just so you know, Ben isn't actually just epic in remembering these prices. We both have the producer telling us in our ear, and he's just like, yeah, just repeating, essentially. So those are the price points we generally look at, don't we? We generally are around the £26.
Yeah, definitely. And again, you know, there's a pendant I'm doing later on, which is a bit more sort of woven, and you could apply the same technique as we learn later on with this technique as well. So you know, just because I've done this, you can do so many things with cabochons. You know, you can use all of these as individual pendants. There's enough wire for you to do that. You can get that real vintage feel if you wanted to. You know, it's got a lot of scope.
It absolutely has got a lot of scope. It really truly does. And at that price point, it really is not one to be missed. That's why I've got multi-buyers, which does not happen often on a kit. It really doesn't happen often on a kit, but we have got multi-buyers and we have got people with it in their baskets. Please check out for me. Gorgeous bracelet.
Again, it's just simple and it's just decorating. It's just, you know, and I've still got stones, not loads, but I've still got some stones left. I've still got a little bit of wire, you know, and it is all very gem heavy.
Yeah, it is.
You can see.
But that's because you've got so many, so you can go gem heavy, can't you?
You've got so much there.
You've got so much. Have a little look at that combo. Oh, I adore this.
And you can, you know, you could do little drop earrings, the same, simple little earrings. You can just do tons with it.
Isn't that funky? Could see myself wearing this for day wear, but then going out for cocktails later and still looking completely at home in this collection.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Thank you everyone for getting your hands on this today. Don't forget, Spellbee is with us up until 5 o'clock. So do keep your messages coming in, 60777, or get on jewellerymakers.com, don't forget. If you click on the live feed, there's a little box that says send a message to the studio. Type it in there. It will wing its way to us, and any questions you got for the lovely spell binding, you absolutely can. Where are we starting, love?
Okay, so what I'm going to start off with the frame.
Okay.
So again, this is a nice, easy, experimental way of sort of playing with the cabochons and setting them without having to do lots of prong setting or netting or anything complicated like that. The only thing you need to do is obviously make sure you really capture them. But again, you don't have to put them all in.
Okay.
So what I'm going to start off with is creating the actual frame part to the bib. And you use your 1mm wire for that, which I've got done some here. And the size that you want this is up to you. I tend to just do probably about just over ½ metre or so. But what I did was, because I had excess, I actually continued to use part of the frame wire to continue round.
I see.
At the back of the necklace. So I actually used it to continue around. So and the coins actually go on the 1mm wire.
That's good.
So I was able to just spread them
Good
straight
drill
on.
hole on them.
Yeah, good drill hole on them. So I was able to just put that straight on there.
Wow.
And make it sort of that part of it as well.
Wow. So it's that section that we're talking about here.
And that's
all of
that-
this continues.
Yeah. And that's how I was able to sort of make the how I was actually able to make the ring as well, just by threading it straight onto the wire and straight onto the bracelet as well. So it gives you a lot of scope.
That's good. So those large coins have a real great drill hole. Loads of you getting this. I know I started off with 100, but that is going down rapidly. Please check out those baskets, because when you've got a designer inspiration at that price point, we already know it's going to be ever so popular, especially with this gorgeous selection of gems that we've got, with the cabs as well, which are always popular. Don't forget, Bloodstone cabs coming up for you later on.
Okay, so I've cut another piece off as well now, so just cut 2 lengths off the same, okay? And you know, your wire will naturally arc, so I tend to just run my finger along it, and that will just help that sort of natural curve.
Okay.
And that will help with the natural shape of the sort of bib section. Now, like I said, I did mine asymmetrical, but you could just twist it around if you wanted and actually have it sitting at the front. So you can just have it like that if you wanted.
Yeah.
And you don't have to add the drops, so you can sort of play about with it, you know.
So you can have it at the base. Or
Yeah, you can have it like that. And you know, and you've got that detail all the way around. If you've got your hair up, you've got short hair.
Show off every aspect.
Yeah. So what will happen is, just taking both of them, I just want to place them so that one's over the other, and you get that sort of natural smile. Look,
Okay.
smiling. Okay, so just place that there, and then taking the 0.6 wire, it's a really nice wire to sort of bind and hold the wires together. So. Okay.
We all find it hilarious when Laura Byington says bind.
It's just your
That's
face.
how simple this team is.
What's
What's wrong with my face?
It's just when I said it, I could just see you go. It's like
Smirk.
little smirk.
Little smirk.
Little smirk. Okay, so what I want to do is just take these 2 wires, just here, and I'm just going to take that wire and just wrap it a couple of times. If you do it, you know, a couple of times is all you need to secure it. If you keep it quite neat, then you don't have to worry about removing it, because it will blend into the design.
Okay, yeah.
But if you sort of make it a bit messy, then you probably want to undo it.
Undo it later.
So it doesn't take a lot to keep it nice and tight, just keep it nice and secure. And then repeat on the other side. So just make sure you're happy with the shape. And you will have one side that's going to be shorter than the other, and that's fine. And I'm using the 0.6 to bind it, as opposed to the one.
Not too fine.
Yeah, because it's going to be too fine.
Okay.
And also, it's just going to keep sliding, whereas the 0.6 gives it a good grip and holds it.
Holds it,
So you
that's
can
good.
see that's held quite nicely.
Yeah, already.
You don't want to be fighting with this when you start trying to sort of do the centre part.
Add it on. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So again, just going to take that and wrap that a couple of times. Okay. So I want to just tweak it about so that you're happy with it. Okay. And then if you have got a sort of shorter side,
Okay.
what I did was I just bent that out, and again that's just kind of hooking it.
That's clever, so it kind of
So
keeps it in
can't-
place.
Yeah, so it can't slide down, and it just again it's that
good.
big happy smile, and you can tweak it about and be happy with that. Okay. And what I want to do now is to actually fill the centre. So I'll show you one that I've already made.
Okay.
What I want to do is basically just fill the centre like this. And again, this is a real scaled down version. You could just sew the little Tanzanite through these and keep it just really simple. But I just wanted to show you how you could sort of really maximise it. But what I'm going to do is just fill it up with this wire now, which is the 0.6, okay? So I'm going to want to probably do this in 2 halves, because you're going to use quite a lot of your 0.6 wire up to do this, and you're going to be fighting with it and trying to feed it through. So if what we're going to try and do is do 1 half, and then we'll cut another couple of sections off and fill the other half. You can do it in 3s if you don't feel comfortable using like lots of lengths of wire, so you don't feel you have to use loads of it. You can do it in as many stages as you want.
Okay.
But obviously, the more times you add in, the more bits of wire you've got to cut and blend into the end when you're finishing it.
So it's making life easier.
Just making it as easy for yourself as you can. Okay, so I'm going to cut probably about just over probably about 2 metre-ish.
Okay. Is it just workable amount?
Yeah, just workable. I mean, obviously, the more confident you are, the longer the pieces of wire that you can use, the better.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to do more in that one section.
Yeah.
But don't get yourself in a tiz with it just for the sake of trying to do that.
Trying it,
You know, if you feel happier using smaller sections, then use smaller sections. It won't make a difference to your design. It's how you feel comfortable working.
It's how you feel happiest. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to work with these two wires together as if they're one. Okay, so just going to keep them together. What I'm going to do is just take the ends here, and again, just wrap them. This is going to look all thumbs. Just around that wrap that we initially made.
Okay.
Just to anchor that wire there, okay? And it just gives you a nice secure anchor point. Okay. Now what will happen, you can, if you've got a hammer and you want to lightly hammer this frame once you're happy with it, then lightly hammer it, and that again will give it a little bit more strength and help maintain its shape.
Okay.
When you start putting this 0.6 wire around it, it will try to pull it out of shape a little bit, so you've just got to be careful of that. Don't pull it really hard, because then you're going to distort the shape.
I see.
So you need to keep checking out as you're going that you're happy with the shape that you're getting.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. To let you know, I've got the Whammer hammer coming up in a week.
Have you?
Yeah. You love the Whammer hammer, don't you?
I do love the Whammer hammer. Right, so again, you can see here that my wire is sort of spiralling around naturally.
Yeah.
Okay, so use that to your advantage. I can see that. That's sort of spiraled here nicely. So what I'm going to do is to keep that sort of natural flow, keep it there. Just using my hands, I'm just going to loosely. So you want to step back. So this is what is, if you're using longer wires, you can see it can get a bit tangled here, so you have got to be a little bit careful.
Just take time.
And you just want to just sort of secure it to the frame.
Okay.
Okay? So it's just secured there.
Yeah.
And what we'll do then is just bring it back towards the frame, and now just give it a little bit of, again, get that wire going in a nice natural direction. Use your thumbs, just create a little bit of a spiral or a loop. And again, that wire's going, sorry, I'm right out of shot there. So you can see I've just done a little loop there. And again, the wire is naturally going there, so I'm just going to secure that to the base. Okay?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is cut this wire a little bit shorter, because otherwise I'm going to get into a fight with it. But what you need to do with this is you need to sort of make sure you don't get caught into a trap of just decorating the bottom. You need to get it to fill up that whole section. Yeah, so what you would do then, once I've done that, I can then bring this wire around here, and again, to get that wire to go in the direction you want it to, just run your fingers along it and it will then go back in a different direction.
It always tells you where it wants to go.
But you can change its mind.
Got you.
So you just say, no, we're going this way, and then just run your fingers along and it will sort of go in a different direction. And now that's coming back up here, so I can sort of bring it around the top, secure it around the top. Just make sure you go be careful. There, and again, you can sort of make it so it spirals. Okay, and then you're starting to fill that section in. And what you can do now is bring it down here, and then bring it through that little loop.
Okay.
So, oops. I'm just, sorry, it's not playing the game. So it goes through there like that. And again, don't pull this wire too hard, because you will distort the frame. But then you can start to secure it a little bit.
Okay.
So you can see there that that's now secured that loop. So as you go along, you take the time to build up each section, but you're going to secure each little loop as well. You don't have to do every single one.
No.
Because we're going to be adding beads. So what you've got to remember is, as long as you can make it so you've got secure points throughout, then it will be fine. So as you build that section up, then you can then bring it along this section.
Go to the other side.
And then you can interweave it just to finish the lock off. Now when you do need to finish the wire off, just take it around the bottom, wrap it a couple of times, once to twice, just cut that wire nice and close to the edge of the frame, to the front.
Okay, so
again,
no scratches.
So no scratches. I'll always say cut the wire to the front of the work, because then that way, should it for any reason not be, you know, the wire rise up, it's not going to cut.
It's not
okay. And again, just take in your pliers and just giving it a bit of a scrunch, and then you'll just get rid of that end and it'll blend in. Okay. So you would do that throughout the whole stage, but you see just how doing that I've distorted the frame. So you would have to make sure as you're going along that you keep that frame going and you're happy with it.
Okay, keep your eye on it.
So
So you build it up until you've got as much as you want?
Yeah, basically. So you can see this one's been done sort of quite quickly, but even though it has got loose bits that if I do this to, it's going to pick up. Now, if you were going to make this a bib style necklace and just keep it quite sort of openly wired as such, you would want to make sure that these little sections here are secure. But if you're going to be sewing gemstones onto it, then that's when you would then secure these pieces, because you would use the 0.25 almost like a sewing thread, and then that would then stitch these little loose sections and these little loose loops here all together, and it would just keep it, and then it will really secure it.
That's good. I have got a wire bundle coming up for you now, because we've got so few of the vintage pendant left. Do try and get your hands on them if you wish to, 1995. I've got a little wire bundle for you now just to squeeze in. And it's working with some of the wires that we're working with for this project, actually. It is the 1 mil in the silver, 10 metres worth. You've then got this gorgeous pink in the 025. Now, what would you be doing with the 025 in the pink?
Oh, do you know, I would probably do a bib sort of style like this, but then I would do lots of little swirls and spirals and use the point to pink to sew them together, and to add the little, maybe some little soft pink stones.
Like the rose quartz.
Like the rose quartz that you got the kit. And then what you could do is kind of net in one of the pink, probably the fuchsia pink one, because the soft pink would then show against it.
Oh yeah.
As a centre stone.
This is the cab from the kit. Oh, that looks gorgeous together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With that pink, 'cause it really makes it pop.
And then when you'd have the silver as well, and what you would do is that you would almost have that sat in the centre here and netted in.
Okay.
And then add some little, you don't even have to add little stones, you could literally just have
that.
And the little flashes of pink where you've bound together the sort of silver would tie in with the stone.
That's really
Something
nice
like
idea. I think that's a fab idea, and they go really well together.
Yeah, they do.
Really well. I've also got your twisted wire here as well. Now, this is the 0.4 twisted wire. So 0.4 twisted wire, if you don't know, it is 2 pieces of 0.4 twisted together. So it's kind of like the thickness of a 0.8. And this one is in your copper colour. Now, for people who haven't worked with this before, why is it so good? Why have people been really kind of quite excited to get involved with working with the twisted wire?
Because it does all the work for you. You know, you get that uniformity. You don't have to try and twist it. No. You know, and you get the a nice, real nice finish and an interest. Again, it gives a bit of texture. If I had some of that with, say, this kit, you could put some of the twisted wire in as these swirls, and then you would get that twisted, but that swirl as well. So again, it just gives them a sort of point of interest, and again, it pops against the sort of antique bronze and goes beautifully with the colours. So
it all ties in really well, then, actually, doesn't it? So you've got your silver in your 1 mil, your pink in the 0.25, and you're getting the twisted 0.4 10 metres. Your price should be £20.35. Now, please bear in mind for me that it's a weird 35 at the end, because we take into account any discounts that's already been done on this. So your RRP is probably going to be closer to around the £23 mark initially. But today, for all of this, it's not £20.35. It's going right down. How do you feel about £5 off? How do you feel about slightly more? Your price today, you're getting over £7 off. It's just £12.95 for 120 metres worth of your wire here. It's a great way to get involved with using the twisted wire, with maybe branching out into our gorgeous colours for the first time, for just getting your hands on, realistically, some taster pieces.
Yeah, and again, you know, I like to do the woven pendants, so you'd have the silver as a base and then use the pink 0.25 as a weaving wire. You'd get that lovely sort of soft, especially if you, with these cabochons again, it just looked beautiful, and it's that splash of colour, but it's not too bright.
It's not OTT, is it?
No, I think again, it's that sort of wearable shade of pink, and perfect for Viking knit, or actually not in the 0.25. No. I was thinking it's 0.4.
You've got a Viking knit show coming up soon, haven't you?
Yeah.
When's that?
24th.
Oh.
And that's, and I got a Viking knit show. I've got a first workshop tomorrow. That's why my brain's going.
Are you excited?
I am actually. Yeah.
First Viking knit workshop.
We did one last year, but it was like a taster one. Okay. So we're sort of doing them properly now. So yeah, we've got a first one tomorrow. So.
Ooh, I hope you're all coming in to have a go at that. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
What kind of projects have you got already?
We're just going to be doing things like, I really want people to master the Viking and not be afraid of it, and using the lazy daisy, and we're going to be doing double, triple and single knit, and experimenting with the different, you know, loops that you can do, and then filling them up with some gemstones and different coloured wires, thicker wires, just basically just having fun and experimenting with everything.
And just going for it. Oh, I hope loads of you are getting involved with that tomorrow. Is there any spaces left?
A couple, yeah.
Ooh, so if you do want to get involved, if you can get yourself to Reddit tomorrow and you fancy giving that a go, do call in 0800 644 655. Now, Helena was so enamoured by Brother Pete's Irish coffee tale that she wants to give everyone the chance to get another Irish coffee. Your price, we're taking it even lower. £2 off again. An extra £2 off. So that's £9 saving. That's almost half price, isn't it? 'Cause it's £10.95, almost half price. That's a stunner. Pete, where are you going to get your Irish coffee as well? £2 seems very reasonable.
Yeah.
£2 for an Irish coffee?
No, added with the other price.
Added with the other
Like
price.
14 quid, but 14 quid you can get a buffet and you can get a couple of drinks as well. So.
Back to this buffet. All I hear off my brother Pete is buffet, buffet. You're not my real sister. It's like you sent us, isn't it? Yes, I am. So it's included in the price of the buffet. Little addition. £10.95 for you today. Almost £10 off. £9 something off for you today. Stunning little price. Congratulations, everyone. Don't worry. We all pay the same price, even you people who have checked out. Well done, even more of you coming in now. Congratulations, everyone, £10.95. Lovely jubbly. So we've done all the swirls, we've attached it all on, we've filled it all in nicely. And now we're doubling up more
So,
the 0.6.
Yeah, again, using the 0.6, because what I want to do now is catch the cabochons.
Okay.
So what we've done is given them something to sit across. Okay, so obviously a cabochon needs some sort of support across the back.
Yeah.
So by doing this, you've given it that support. So again, as I was saying with the different colourway, you could simply put one right in the centre and keep it simple. You could put one and then put a couple of these sprinkled through if you wanted to. So you can sort of do whatever you want to do with it, really. It's a very sort of adaptable design.
That's good. That's brilliant. So you can go wow factor, or you can do everyday wear.
Yeah, you know, you could just keep it quite simple, and you know, it's up to you. I just want to show you sort of what you could do.
Fab.
But I mean, I was just playing about, and I was just thinking, oh, you know, I'm just thinking of all these kind of bibs. You have these white dresses, you have that sort of almost like a collar kind of necklace on, you know. So I was just sort of playing about and placed them. So you can place them however you want to place them. Okay, and then what you do is, again, sort of same sort of theory. You're swirling that wire across, do the odd little swirl. And don't worry if it's loose like this, because as I said, later on we're going to come and sew everything together with the smaller beads, and that will tie all of those little sort of loose bits that might pick up and make it a sort of solid piece. And you know, go through the loops to sort of secure that piece of wire, bring it back up, and then when you're happy to do your first sort of cabochon, just place it there wherever you're going to put it.
Okay.
And you literally want to basically wrap it and hold it in with this wire. That's all you want to do. You've got the back there, so you know it's supported.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just if you want to decorate it, and I'm just putting my finger there just to create a little spiral. Can't see that too clearly, but you see, oops. Now this will happen. It will do a little bit of a run every now and again, especially the little green one, because it's a smaller stone, so don't worry too much about that. Once you've caught it, it's fine, so just hold it. And then again, going through the whole sort of design, bringing that wire across, you can start to catch it. And you just want to, oops.
Still keeping your thumb on there just till you know it's secured.
Yeah, I mean, it's not secured just yet, and it's these stones are quite highly polished, so it makes them a little bit slippery. And you try to escape. And again, I've just gone and caught through that loop there, and then I'm just going to bring it across and catch it through there. And now that's starting to hold in place. It's not 100% perfect,
but you can see
you can see how it is held in place. And then what you would do is just bring that wire back up again, and then just go across again and just lock it in. So basically it's got no way of escaping.
That's good. And you're not covering up too much of that stone either.
No, and they're lovely, and because they're quite plain in effect, you know, you get some stones that got all these markings on, and I mean this fuchsia one's got quite a lot of lovely banding, but it's not like you're not ruining or losing a pattern, so you can decorate the stone and not lose it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So then we're just going to go along here, and so that one is pretty secure. You know, it can't really go very far.
No.
It's like a little test.
Is that the shake test? That's like when you do meringue.
Yeah, meringue. Hold it with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And then you would just bring that wire along and then continue that along to pick up wherever if you want another pendant, another stone, and you would repeat the exact same thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so once you've done that,
that meringue conversation just sparked off another team conversation. I did not know we had that in common, team. That is one of my favourite TV programmes, and we all love it. The Bake Off.
Oh, I don't watch
The Bake Off. Do you know?
No. I did hear about some drama with the Bake Off, but I've not actually seen it.
Oh, don't.
Sabotage.
Oh, was it
Did
sabotage?
she do it?
Was it?
Did she? Or...
Well, she did take it out, yeah.
Ruined his ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't. We're about to have a fallout. She ruined his ice cream. She didn't do it on purpose, bless her.
Or did she?
Eleanor thinks she did.
Did she? Oh, I don't know. I read a little interview of him, and she said it was only out of the fridge for about
40 seconds.
but he
That's it.
said there's no way it would have gotten that ruined in that short amount
Well,
of
it was
time.
dead hot. It was a hot day.
Yeah.
Laura, it was an hot day.
I can't get involved. I've not even seen it. I've just read it in a magazine. I told you I've been magazine reading and catching up on all the latest gossip.
Catch up on all the gossip.
Bought a batch of
Do it.
magazines.
What did you say? She lost her sense of smell?
That's why she left.
Oh,
why
she
she
had some
left.
kind of accident.
Because she lost her sense
and her
of
sense of
smell.
taste
Yeah.
or something.
She knew she'd done wrong.
She knew she'd done wrong. You do know that this was filmed in summer, don't you?
Yeah.
So she hasn't just left because there's this uproar about the ice cream.
The day, so she knew afterwards.
She knew afterwards.
She couldn't bring herself to come back.
We're having this out on the break, guys, all right?
I love it. I wasn't even involved. I don't even know.
I love that, but you know about it.
Again, it's that one little. I went out on my little batch of magazines the other day, and I know everything now.
I love that. Billy.
I know everything. I know who's going
All
out with
the
who,
celeb
who's
gossip.
not.
Adore it.
Yeah. Okay, so now what I've done again is cut off some 0.25 wire, attaching it to the sort of beginning of the bib, and now it's simply a matter of threading on the gemstones and then just sort of sewing them into place. So, and again, because you're using the same colour wire, it just blends right in, so it doesn't notice.
That's good. And the 0.25's great for that.
Yeah, definitely.
So delicate.
It is, and you just can't see it, but you can use it to sort of, so you can place a stone there, and then where this bit's a bit loose, I can just sew it.
So you're tying those together.
And then sort of tighten that together, and then this bit's obviously needs some kind of securing, so I can bring the wire through, and then place.
So you're adding them as an accent, but also they're hiding.
Yeah, they're hiding things as well, and they're securing it. So, you know, I can now, this bit here, just sew that wire through. Go a little bit careful, because it being the 0.25, it is a bit springy. And it does like to wrap itself around stuff.
Okay.
And kink a little bit.
Don't forget, you get all 3 gauges of this wire in the kit that's at the bottom of your screen, $19.95. Massive price drop on that, absolutely huge. Got 100, that's why we're able to take it down so low. Very rare will you get 3 cabs, 3 stunning strands, and 35 metres worth of wire at that price point. So treat yourself to it today, last few opportunities.
So you can see there how that's kind of sat in that little loop.
Yeah.
And now it's secured it together.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, and you can do this, you just basically sew all the way along and add all your gemstones. Now, the cushions are top drilled.
Okay.
So what you want to do with these when you attach them is you almost want to sandwich it between one of your, because your wires are in 2s. So here, you can see how that can split open.
Yeah.
So when you sew it, you want to almost sandwich that stone, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, so you sandwiches it in?
Sandwich the bottom of that stone in between those two wires, and then that will stop the wire, the stone from moving, because obviously it's top drilled.
Clever.
So if it wasn't like that, it's going to have movement because it's got no security.
Yeah.
But you just sort of catch that wire over it, and and that will then just hold it in place and secure it.
Clever.
So you know, you just carry on like that.
Add in as much as you want
Again, you can just go to town. I mean, like I showed you a very dramatic version, but you can keep it however you want it to be, and keep it sort of just simple like this if you wanted.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you've got quite a few ends we need to get rid of, and we also want to kind of hide them.
Okay.
So that's why I put the sort of little clusters on to sort of hide the wirework.
Clever.
Really, you don't have to.
Cute, though.
You can put a spiral on. I love spirals; they hide everything. Okay.
Yeah.
But that actually just sits over all of your work, so it makes it sort of quite clean. So what you would do is, so you can see here, I've sort of accumulated quite a few little ends of wires.
Yeah.
Just where I've been adding wire on, and you'll probably find, I tend to find, I always seem to start at the same point. So try and balance them out so that you've got some end starting on that side and then this side. Just trim the wires. Oops, a bit neater than that. As you would. Now you've got the short end from the bib section.
So that's the 1 mil structural.
So I've just wrapped that straight around the other piece of 1 mil wire.
Yeah.
And then you can trim that. Or if you wanted to use that to spiral, you could use that to do a little spiral and cover your work if you wanted to. Just trim that. And then you've got your wires here. And at this point you can still tweak the shape of the actual bib a little bit by pulling these wires.
Yeah.
And then, so you would do the same on this side and trim those wires, trim that one. Okay, and again you can see you've got like a longer one, which is the one I decided to add on the rose quartz to the coins. Okay. And they will just go straight on, I say.
To the 1 mil. That's
straight on. Okay, so you can just thread them straight on. You know, you don't have to, you can just do a wrap loop if you wanted. And then, to do the little sort of flowers, you'll see these graduate, so you get some really lovely...
And these are what you do in the earrings as well?
Yeah, it's exactly the same as the earrings, so the only difference was I sort of sewed them onto the actual findings.
Okay.
And this is where I would say, if you were going to do the earrings, or even and these flowers, find your matching stones first. Then any that you've got left, use to decorate your...
decorate.
Because that's where I went wrong, because I did that first and then I didn't have the matchings.
Okay.
So, you know, you would pull them off and you've got these little glass tubes. Keep these.
What for?
Little spacers.
Good.
You can add them as little spacers into earrings. They're like little pretty crimps. If you think of adding crimp, when people add crimps into earrings as spacers.
Good plan.
Got them there. So, because these are top drilled, just find 4 that you're happy with.
When you say happy with, you mean similar in size?
Yeah, because some of them are a little bit thicker than others. So, you know, that's quite a sort of size difference there. You can probably see that there, see? So you would want to find 4 that are sort of similar in size and sort of thickness as well.
Okay, fab.
And then taking your 0.25 wire, sort of take a nice sort of length of it. And you can apply it. This is basically a little flower, but with just 4 instead of 5.
Okay.
So, you know, you can apply this to any sort of top drilled gemstones. So you're just going to thread 4 of them on.
I love doing it with these cushions because it gives it a bit of a funk appeal.
Yeah, I saw
Doesn't
them
it?
and I said to Pip, I really love these. These are really cool.
They're lush, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, I said funk appeal. All right. I have no idea what that is. No idea.
I love it. I didn't even question it. I was like, yeah.
No.
Totally agree.
My director did. He was slightly delayed as well. Like, did that just happen? Yeah. Yeah.
So now what I'm doing is just bringing the other end of the wire straight through. Let me move that out of the way. Straight through the same one. So I've got 3 threaded on down here, and then I've got both my wires going through this one.
So that's in opposite directions.
In opposite directions. That locks it together and forms that nice little diamond, square, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
To just secure it a little bit, take one of the wires and you just go in around, over and under, and just to try and secure the stones a little bit. Now that's only going to do 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay, so you see there, so take the other wire and just do the 2 that have the other 2 that are getting missed out. So you want them all to have that sort of strengthening, really.
Okay.
Okay, when you've sort of got them a little bit more stronger, that feels a bit more solid. Okay, if you did them quite a lot, it will almost separate them out. So you can see there how it's got like a little gap in between them all.
Oh yeah, I see.
So that's quite another way of doing it as well. Bring both the wires to the same side. They are Amazonite. I can't speak today, I'm so sorry.
Amazonite.
Amazonite.
They are, love, you're right.
Yeah, I love them. They're lush.
They're your colour, aren't they?
They are my colour. You can put both the wires through.
Both 0.25 go through that?
Yep.
Wow.
And then just place that in the centre to give that sort of centrepiece. Okay, and then...
So that's the centre of your flower?
Yeah, in effect. And then you just bring this wire, I'm working again with it in twos, and just wrap it around the stone a little bit, and then bring it through the gaps, again to secure. So again, it just makes sure it sits nicely. And then that's nice and secure now, and that's your little flower. With the earrings, I literally used the back of this wire and attached it to the actual...
oh, I see.
Actual loop on the back, which I turned to the side. And for the necklace, you would just literally place it over all your wirework there. Hiding your wirework. And just go through those gaps again to really make sure it's nice and secure.
Okay.
Wrap it a couple of times. When you're happy, wrap it around that back wire a couple of times and trim. And then that's nice and secure.
How simple.
And that's pretty much it. And then all I did on the other side was just made a little bit of a link chain with the Tanzanite again.
I absolutely love this. That is not you. It's not your normal thing that at all, is it?
No.
If you don't mind me saying.
No, it's not. It's because I love the look of it, but it's too time consuming for me. I mean, I cheated in that one and put 3 together. And to do that, you know, you literally just take a piece of the points. And again, if you've been...
0.6?
Yeah, the 0.6. And if you've cut any excess off, use that.
Oh, that's good.
To actually make these loops.
Spares.
Yeah, with your spares. And all you do is pop on your free stones. And this was my cheating way of doing it, because when you see the next project, you'll see why I got fed up of doing these.
Yeah, because you've done it really individually on that, haven't you?
So I was just like, nah, I'm going to go in freeze. And then I'm just going to pop my free stones on first. A little bit away from the wire, probably about 1 inch or so. Bend it back and then just wrap it around your pliers. And then just wrap it. You don't have to put the stones on first, you can put the stones on next if you want. 1, 2, 3, a couple of times, so you just got a nice little wrap.
Okay.
Using the 0.6 wire is really nice for doing this because it is very malleable.
Okay.
Slide the stones down, pliers in, and then bend it back, and then that will give you a little gap. Reposition and wrap. Just wrap it 1, 2. And now all you do is just go around 1, and I'm just bringing it back around and then to the bottom. Wrap it around once and then snip that link. And then when you do your next one, before you do that final link, you have to thread it through.
Make sure you thread it on.
So make sure you thread it on. Before, when you've got it in almost like a shepherd hook, then you just pop that one on and then you wrap it and secure it, and then that's how you get that little...
I love that, just as
they are. They're so cute. If you had
pair of earrings.
with a little pair of earrings just like that. It's cute, isn't it?
That's super cute.
So, you know, I do like them.
Gorgeous.
So I do like doing these links. I'm just not very patient with them.
We love that about you, though. Now I'm gonna, because you've been using the round. Oh, what are we doing? Okey pokes. Because you've been using the round nose pliers, I'm about to give you the opportunity to get some. Now, these are really fine precision ends, and they are the Comfort Grip handle. Now, I've got 2 sets of professional tools for you here, both with the Comfort Grip. One is your chain nose, and one is your round nose pliers. Now, these are coming together with some wire as well. I'll bring the wire to you in a moment. Let's just talk first off about the Comfort Grip, shall we? Let me get out, say, the chain nose pliers for you to have a real good nose at. I'm here till 5. Now, have a little look at these. First off, let's have a look at the nose on these noses. Because, can you see how the precision point that is? That is a real fine precision point, isn't it? Now that's wonderful. It means you get to nooks and crannies. It means that when you squidge the wire, that technical term that we always use.
It's a very technical term.
Yeah. And when we squidge or bunch up the wire to keep it nice and neat, you can really get into those delicate areas, can't you? Which sometimes can be a bit of a nightmare if you've got really chunky pliers, can't it?
Well, you can see these are my standard pliers. I mean, the only difference with these are that they're not the comfort grip handles.
Yeah,
That's the only difference. But for me, with my type of wire work especially, I just love them because they are intricate, because you can get into those sort of finer detail, you know, and it doesn't make, it keeps it all quite fine as well.
Absolutely, keeps it all fine and intricate and professional.
Yeah.
Now the comfort grip handle is a special little addition for us here. Essentially, they have, if you can see with the arms of them, so let's say you've got our usual, hang on, where is it? Let me bring you these ones. Say you've got, of course, these are the round nails, but say you got our original toolkit. Have a little look at the difference in the size of the arms on these. So the pink ones at the front. Now you can see they're quite a little bit thinner, aren't they, the pink ones? You can see. Now, because you've got the extra amount of handle, as it were, it means that you've got an easier opportunity to really just have a much smoother time with your experience. Also, you can see that you've got the loop here for your thumb to just naturally ergonomically fit into there. Another thing that's quite special about these two is the way that it sits on the hand, so it just rests in the cushion of your palm, which means that if you're one of those people who makes a lot of jewellery, or if you're one of those people who's, you know, you're getting ready to do all your Christmas presents or your craft stores and you are going to be making quite a lot, it really does make a difference with just how this rests in the pad of your hand, because you can work for longer, really.
Yeah.
It's as easy as that. You can work for longer. Another thing as well I would think is a good thing to point out, the fact that sometimes on pliers that you might have seen in other places, you will have a spring here, won't you? Now the thing is with the spring, that a spring can, funnily enough, spring off. It can bend out of shape and it can actually just ping off in directions. Now we've got the two arms here, which, as you can see, really strongly attached. There's nothing to twist or bend out of shape here, but it does the same job. It does the same job as a spring. Now this means that it's easier for you to work with. Some pliers, when you hold them together, you almost have to force them apart again. It can be a real pain. So you've got those with the lovely precision handles, and you've got some wire in here too. A great way to get you started. 0.4 with antique bronze and your 0.8 in the pink. So if you got that 0.25 earlier on, why not add this? Even if you've got pliers already, maybe you just haven't got the comfort grip, even if you have pliers and you're like this one and you like to do jewellery making pretty much wherever possible.
Yeah.
Train, hotel, home, garden, when you're away, caravan.
Yeah, right. I do.
Have one in every place, couldn't you? Your
could.
price today for both and your wire as well should be £17.80, which is wonderful because these are comfort grip. You've got the added bonus there, the precision head as well. So even just for the tools, that's a great price, let alone the wire included, but we are going to crash that price. It's designer inspiration. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? Your chain nose pliers, your round nose pliers with your wire, £10.95 for you on those today. And don't forget, 0.8 wire as well, so a pretty thick gauge included with the 0.4. £10.95. You'd be hard fetched to find one ergonomically comfort grip design pliers for that in many places. Just one set, let alone 2 and 20 metres worth of wire. Plenty of you coming in. Congratulations, everyone. At the bottom of the screen is that vintage pendant kit. Don't forget, you've got wire, 3 strands and 3 cabs in there. Do have a little look because it's how we made these gorgeous designs, £19.95 for you today. Congratulations, lots of you coming in for that. Just top up on your tools.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, I tend to break, well, I don't say break, I wear through my chain nose pliers the most. It's always that little spring section there that goes on mine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just think it's because I use them the most for things.
So much.
So, you know, I always have tons of them because I'm always wearing through them. But so far, these are holding up really, really well.
That's good. That's good. Maybe you've been a bit more gentle
Probably not.
Probably not. Now, I have got lovely spellbinding with me until 5 o'clock. Do send us some texts in. 60777 is the text number. If you want to find out anything about lovely Laura's inspiration, then feel free to get in touch. I'm going to give a sneaky peek, if I may, of your piece coming up. Because it is... That's it, that's my description. Have a look at this gorgeous piece. Real Egyptian. Oh my goodness, how well does that go with what I'm wearing? This is coming up for you after the break in the designer inspiration. Now, don't forget, one of the big 5 coming up for you. And also, I have got that massive selection of that stunning gemstone, Bloodstone cabs coming up in the next half hour. Me and Laura will see you after this.
Thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Brother Pete.
I tripped and then saved myself.
This is Brother Pete. 5, 4. Trying to look all cash. What did you trip over, Brother Pete?
The wires.
There was the wires.
The stuff we use for the camera.
The stuff we use for the camera is epic. Let's try this again, shall we? Count me down.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back! I was waiting for the camera to come to me. I'm a professional, Pete. I'm a professional. Waiting for the camera to come to me. Welcome back to Designer Inspiration. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Rebecca Redican and I have got many goodies for you today. Not only have I got some stunning gemstones, I've also got a stunning lady with me. It's my producer, Helena!
I knew you was going to do it. I knew you were going to do that.
Lovely lady. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, okay, good.
How was your break?
Good.
What'd you do?
Had some fruit.
How healthy of you?
I'm trying to be good.
Are you?
Yeah, trying.
How's your challenge going?
Yeah, it's going good.
Is it? You're starting? Oh, hey, you've done quite a bit. Oh, yeah. How professional. She just picks it up and it's still attached to the reel of wire. The reel of wire has just fallen on the floor and spools out of control. It's good, that.
But I smiled.
But you made it look so glamorous. We've got loads of goodies coming up for you this afternoon. Do get in touch with us today if you've got any questions for the lovely Laura Binding. 60777. Is there anything you've always wanted to ask Laura? Is there anything you've always wanted to know? Helena? You? What? What's your favourite cider?
Cider?
Yeah.
I'm not a massive, I know it's a big sin, I'm not a massive cider fan. If I had to drink it, it would probably be...
Like a scrumpy?
No,
or like
no. My husband drinks the flat, like Natch and other ones. I quite like, I'd go for like a fizzier one, but a little bit sweeter.
Pear?
No, too sweet.
You just said sweeter.
Yeah, but not that sweet.
All right. Apple. A sweetie apple.
Yeah, it would, yeah. I would go for the one probably with the bow.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, haven't we learned something extra? Haven't we? I've got loads for you today. Where are we starting, Helena? Yes, you've waited. We had a message in saying, please say you're doing them calves before 3. I need them. We are doing them right here, right now. I cannot wait to bring you this. It's the first time I have ever seen in the flesh this gemstone. It is your stunning, already people coming in for this. This is your stunning Bloodstone. Take a look at these for me. Wow. You've waited patiently to get your hands on this heliotrope and here it is. Now, you're getting 700 carats worth, okay? Different shapes, different amounts. You are more than likely to get a similar amount to me, but you might have slightly more, you might have slightly less. Definitely 700 carats though. Should we have a look at some of these shapes? Heliotrope, this is often known as well. If you want to do your research on it, do research Bloodstone and heliotrope. This gemstone itself is quite interesting. You see all these inclusions? You see all this area of the reds and the greens and those almost amber tones. All of those inclusions are owing to the iron oxide that is encapsulated within here. And it is traditionally, this gemstone is traditionally the birthstone of March back in the 15th century. It was the birthstone of March before aquamarine, and it is aquamarine. Think about that then. So traditionally, back in the 15th century, this was the birthstone of March. So perhaps if you've got someone who's a March baby who, for one reason or another, isn't particularly into aquamarine for one reason or another, this could be a great alternative. I love the fact that some of these shapes, look at this shape, Spelby. It's like a fan.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Do you? What would you do with this?
I mean, that would be nice set in like a bib star necklace. So if you had that sort of set, or you can just keep it literally, you would have it almost like a triangle, and have it as a drop and just do some embellishments with some wires.
I adore that idea.
You know, there's tons. I just love working with the slightly different shapes, and because it's angled, you can get a nice, and tapers in, you will get a nice wrap with that as well.
Oh, I adore the idea of this. Look how big some of these are as well. Absolutely huge, some of these ones. That's interesting shape as well, isn't it? It looks like that chocolate that's also this shape. You know the one I mean. You all know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. You've got so many beautiful different shapes. Oh, look at that as well. Hey, unusual shapes that we've got in here. Oh my gosh, every single one of these is completely different. Sorry, I'm just getting drawn away and putting stupid faces to myself. Wow. Isn't that unusual? Very rare will we get some of these shapes in the cabs. Every single one of these completely and absolutely different. Of course, yours will all be unique and individual and different too. Gorgeous, that one, isn't it? Now, ooh, got that shape as well. Imagine, you could do some really gorgeous shapes with these, couldn't you? Now, I'm about to do an astonishing price point. There's already loads of you getting this. Can I please have a quantity amount? How many to start with? Fab. Okay, so I started off with just over 80. Already though, I've got a fair few of those going. The thing is, this is the first time I personally have ever had this gemstone in my presence, which is really exciting actually. Especially as I have been, working here for a few months now. So it's wonderful that even I'm still, learning new things and refreshing new things and seeing new gems. If you're interested in getting your hands on a gemstone that we just don't see here that often, now is your opportunity. Now is your time. 700 carats worth of these multi-coloured, beautiful, individual bloodstone cabs. Your price today, just £21.95 for all of this heliotrope. Let me count them. Let me have an idea of how many I've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, then in 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 I've got there. Obviously yours might be slightly different. Whoa, that's going down quick, isn't it? That is going down quick. Please check out your baskets for me. We know it's going to be a sellout because, essentially, it's a gorgeous stone, which we very rarely have on. Well, I've never seen it. Also, it's cabs, which are often our biggest sellers. And we know, and you know, that that cabs are quite an easy thing to price compare, aren't they? They're relatively easy to price compare. I'm sure you do your price comparisons a lot. And they are easy to price compare. Sometimes strands can be quite hard to price compare, can't they? Because the cut might not be exactly the same, or the quality might not be exactly the same, or the length might not be the same. All of these things. But cabs are quite easy to judge, aren't they? So you lot know the price you'd be expecting to get heliotrope at, per cab. You know it'll be a higher price than maybe your quartz or maybe your agate, don't you? You already know that. Today though, per cab, at this price, £1.29 per cab. For this, £1.29. Now, ruler. Come here, ruler. This isn't ruler of truth, no. I want my proper ruler of truth back. Not that I'm a diva. Look at that. Oh, have I just hit my mic? I am so sorry if I have. See, it's this ruler. My ruler wouldn't have done that. Look at that. What are we looking around here? 40 mil? Would you say that is? About? 45 actually, 45 mil. So approximately 45 mil by 30 mil. For this, £1.29. Where would you find that anywhere else? And look at some of these shapes. Let me get them out. What can you get for £1.29 nowadays, Helena's saying? Dunno, love. What could you? Not a lot, you're right, good. Book of stamps, could you? No. Sorry, I haven't bought stamps since the 1950s, apparently, at that price point. Look at all of these different shapes. I quite like balancing cabs on my hand. It's like a weird. I know, I am a bit. It's because of the pressure. It's like buckaroo. It's hand buckaroo. But look at all these beautiful shapes. Oh, look at that. Oh. Look at them all, though. They're just fantastic. Congratulations. 18 left of them for you today. Tell you what, Pete. Thanks, love, for the water. Tell you what, Pete, whilst they're selling out, love, because they're selling out so fast, I want people to have a chance to get in on the phone. Come on in.
Oh,
it's time. It's time already. It's that time already. Hi, Brother Pete.
Hello. Hello, sister.
Hey, sister. He is on fire today. What's up with you today?
Not much. Just in a weird mood.
I love it. I love it. And for Pete to say that is epic, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about my dance.
Oh, why are you nervous about your dance? You don't need to be. It's only yours. It's only the family.
Yeah.
It's only the family watching.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I don't know why I have to do a dance. Today.
Well, you brought it up.
Because I only mentioned I'm watching the films.
Yeah.
I'm not learning moves. I'm not planning to be a dancer or anything.
Well, this could be somewhere for you to branch into, Pete, to be honest.
Okay.
So, Pete, you watch films on your break?
Yeah. Watch an hour a day.
An hour a day, okay. And this week's theme?
This week's theme is Bollywood.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how have you been finding that so far?
It's going well. I really like the films.
Do you?
A lot of them are quite funny.
What's your favourite bits, favourite parts of it?
My favourite bit is actually where he does this dance. He kind of goes like, it's from.
Are you going to do it for us now? Okay, I am so excited. I cannot wait. People are gathering in the gallery. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, okay.
Go on.
Okay, so he goes like, he starts.
So set up the scene for us. What's happening? Why is he doing
starts,
this? Paint a picture, Pete. Paint a picture.
He starts by saying,
Only 12 left, and I've got about 11 in baskets. Just to let you know.
I'm ready.
Sorry.
I'm ready.
Sorry, Pete. What's a Pete? Right, come on.
He starts by putting his hand on his heart and going, all is well.
Okay.
All is well,
Okay.
well.
All is well.
And that is, and that's because you know, he says that to himself to kind of like give him the confidence to carry it. I don't want to explain the entire film.
Okay, no, you don't have to. I've not got an hour, to be honest, Pete. I've got things to do.
And then he breaks out into a dance.
What?
He breaks out into that. And he goes, all is well. And that's what he does.
Brother Pete, you nailed it again. You are wasted as a floor manager.
Yeah.
You really are. You've got so many hidden talents. Now, the funny thing is, right, the funny thing is that dance, first off, but the funny thing is, as soon as you were on then, Pete, the numbers just stopped. No one was ringing in. Everyone just paused on the phone. It started going down again now, though. I need to let you know, you literally had the country hooked then. That number stayed at 12 for that entire time. I had 12 left that entire time, and now it's going down again. I've got 18 in baskets. I've got 9 left. Are Becky and Pete related? Both have the same laugh and smile.
Who is this?
The thing is,
Does he want a better one?
Pete, do you want a better one? What
Does
is
he want a
this?
better grab?
How's that?
Did you?
Oh, how is it possible that even though you're doing a stupid dance, I look like the Muppet in that picture? Someone's messaged in saying we look like twins. I think that's taking it a step too far, Brother Pete, to be honest. I've only got 8 left of these. Congratulations, everyone. Really good going. It is a sellout. Once you lot have checked out, that's a sellout. How about getting your hands on something really, really special? No, you can't take Pete home, I'm sorry. It's even more spectacular. It is one of the big 5, the newest edition. This, actually, that just goes to summarise it, doesn't it? We've always had the big 4, the big 4, the big 4, the big 4 for so many years. And then this gemstone came in, walked up to the big 4 and just made it the big 5. That goes to show how astonishing this gemstone is. It really, really does. Taken on, of course, by Tiffany. Now, did you watch our documentary on ITV? You saw Steve going down into the mine, didn't you? You saw him coming out of a couple of the mines, actually, you went and had a little look at, in Tanzania. He did see a rather large spider. Yes, I remember that bit. This gemstone is so sought after. And sadly, so increasingly difficult to get your hand on. Now, this is from the area Merilani in the Tanzania, at the foothills of Kilimanjaro. When you saw Steve on that documentary talking about this gemstone, I hope you could see his passion. I hope you could feel his love. I think actually we're all very passionate about this gemstone here at TGGC. Even if, you know, I think we all have a lot of gemstones that perhaps different people have different tastes, different likes, but I think Tanzanite is one of those that really just grabs us together as a group. I think Tanzanite, everyone has a very strong opinion on Tanzanite. Now, this gemstone itself, when you saw Steve come out of the mine, you will have seen him coming out of mine 1, and he also came out of the main mine that we collect ours from, which is Zone D. Now, mine 1 is a huge mine. It is one of the biggest mines. Tanzanite 1 it's called, one of the biggest mines. And in this mine, we're around 800 metres into the crust of the earth. And there is a pulley system in T1. And this pulley system carries up huge bags of rough, which is constantly being taken out. What you might think, which is how we do it in certain mines, but what you might imagine would be that there's a large area and people just stay in that one area and constantly look for the Tanzanite. Actually, what happens is that we will get just lots of rough anything, and just check through it later to see if we have Tanzanite, because that way we're broadening our search in a sense. So there's a pulley system in T1, and in T1 up the pulley system all the way to the top of the mine, they grab these huge 15 kilogram bags worth of rough. Now in the 15 kilograms worth of rough, they say that on average you will be lucky to find even just a couple of carats worth of Tanzanites every 35 bags. So that is, I did the maths before, that is approximately, they have to go through 525 kilograms of rough to find any Tanzanite at this moment in time. That means it's, you know, it's a 1 in 525 chance, isn't it? But of kilograms worth, it's so tricky. And that's in one of the largest mines. Some areas are much dire situation. There's the large mines like that, and then there's areas where you have kind of the artisan mines in a sense, and this is where we get ours from. The main selection that TGGC gets theirs from, which is probably where this one's from, will be Zone D. I've got a picture of the zones for you actually, just to give you an idea of size and scale. So it's a really, really small area, isn't it? Don't forget, Tanzanite, the region of Tanzanite that we mine it's only 16 square kilometres approximately in area, that's it. Zone D, right over there, that's where we get the majority of ours from. And it's probably more than likely where this strand itself comes from. But it's a really small area, isn't it? I think it's really interesting to have a little look, and it will just give you a true idea and a true reflection of how tricky this gem is to get your hands on. Now, there's so much work that goes into this, and you can see it. You can see the quality of this, the richness in that blue, to me, is just, it's mouth-watering, isn't it? Now, I'll be honest with you, Tanzanite, because it's becoming really, really rare. You saw in that documentary, you saw that we here as a company have had to have a serious think about a gemstone to replace this as kind of the forefront of the company, because like I say, everyone here is very passionate about Tanzanite, and Tanzanite at the end of the day, one of our biggest sellers, not just on this channel. Gems rocks the lounge. As soon as we have Tanzanite on, boom, the phone lines go absolutely crazy. People adore this. It's got so bad, and you saw in that documentary, that we've had to try and find a gem that can fill its boots, essentially, take over from this, because we're not going to have this much longer. Tiffany, who realistically some might say kick-started this beautiful gemstone, even they can't get their hands on it anymore. They cannot. They have not been able to get their hands on the usual quantity that they would order in. Obviously they order in large batches. They haven't been able to. My we've got so much variety when it comes, so much high quality and variety of Tanzanite here, and that beautiful rich blue tone that we have running through here really goes to show the quality of this strand. It really does. Everything about this beautiful gemstone is enticing, isn't it? Everything about this stunning gemstone is encapsulating, it is all-encompassing, and it's a mouth-watering strand of something which truly will not be around for much longer. Today though, you can own a piece of history. I have 51 of this. Now that sounds like a lot to you at home, but please think of the thousands of people watching now. That is not at all a large amount, and I'll be honest with you, I already have people allocating and checked out with this. So that number's going down constantly. On this strand, you've got the facets, you've got the graduation, and please, that's another thing, do you know what? I think that's one thing that sometimes we can neglect here. We can. Do you know what cobbing is? Does anyone know what cobbing is? Cobbing is essentially the process in which, because of course this gemstone, when we find it in the rough, it's not just there relaxing by itself, you know, I'm over here. It's attached to really other hard, very strong rock. It's almost like a granite type of rock that attracts to this, and in certain areas it is actually granite. So really hard other materials are encapsulated all the way around this. And cobbing is the step, I suppose, of separating the granite from the Tanzanite. And they do this with pickaxes, with tiny pickaxes. I know, it is. It's absolutely crazy, and especially us. Like, this isn't a diamond, this isn't a 10 on the Mohs scale, is it? This isn't super strong. So, you can just accidentally, slightly, with your tiny handheld, I'm talking you hold it in your fingers, pickaxe and tool to hold it in place, this cobbing process, you can literally just catch it slightly off and it's gone. It's gone like that. Remembering as well that can happen, and also remember around 525 kilograms of rough you've had to go through before you've even found a tiny bit. Imagine that. Imagine the stress of that cobbing. And that's just one of the steps on the long road that this beauty has gone down for you to come. It's going to be yours today, and I'll be straight with you. The price has gone up. It has. I want to be completely honest with you about that. We got an email about it a couple of months ago now, wasn't it? A couple of months ago, we were told that, you know, be transparent, be honest with them. The price has gone up. It's the first time ever in TGGC history where we have taken the price of a gemstone as an entirety up. And it's something that generally we will not do, but we had to, because this is truly a gemstone in which you will not be able to own anymore. Once this is gone, this is literally gone. There's nothing else, there's no other location we planned or are likely to find this in at all in the world. Once it's gone, it's extinct. So really, truly, whenever you see this now, I would strongly suggest you get your hands on it. Especially when this possibly once in a very last time, it could be, you don't know. This could be one of the very last times that you manage to see this amount, 60 carats worth. And I'll tell you this, it might even be one of the last times you see this gemstone at this price. £35. Now, why am I saying it might be the last time we see it at this price? Well, one, because I started off with 50 something. It's going down rapidly. So you might not actually see the strand, but I'm saying at $35.95, you don't know. We might pop the prices up again. I haven't heard anything. It's unlikely to happen, but you don't know. If it gets to the situation whereby we literally can't get any more out of the ground, which in some mines we can't, mines have closed down because we can't get anything else at, then yeah, we might keep it for our own benefit, who knows. I would say if you have got the opportunity to, buy two, okay? One for your own pieces of jewellery, make your pieces for you, your friends, your family, whatever, and then just keep the other one, lock it in a safe. Lock it in a safe. 5, 10, 15 years down the line, just get it valued. Get it valued. Steve does actually, he has his own selection, doesn't he? Steve has, this is a true story, Steve has his own Tanzanite collection, which he just keeps at home. He doesn't do anything with it. It's just amazing pieces of Tanzanite he's just keeps safe. And who knows how much that could be worth in 20 years' time. £35.95. Well done, everybody. Loads of you from all over the world getting your hands on this. Ooh. Now, if we are going to be working, if you are going to be working with that gorgeous Tanzanite, I've got to move on, by the way, because I've got so few left, but if you're watching at night time, get yourself on the phone, see if we've got a couple left for you. If you're going to be working with that high-end, beautiful gemstone, you're going to want to be working with really high-end metals, aren't you? Take a look at these. 925 gold-plated sterling silver. Now, these are beautiful, aren't they? Do I have any tweezers? Anywhere? Sorry, I have to get my big fingers in the way. Here we go. You've got your heart within a heart within a heart. Oh, Kerry, you absolute love. Thanks, mate. A heart within a heart within a heart we have here. And this, if I spit it for you, you'll be able to see pretty thick amount of your metal here. Let me show you the drill hole on this as well. This is a drill hole that goes right from the cleavage right to the point of the beautiful heart. You've got 5 of these in here. Now, 925 coated, covered, lavished in gold for you here. And if you are going to be working with Tanzanite, I would say obviously go and get your pieces valued. I would also say pair it with something special like this. Truly, truly do. These are your 8mm heart beads that we have here. I've already got people coming in on the phone for this. You know that Christmas time and around this time of year is a big time for 925. Do you find that as well, Laura Binding? What?
Sorry, yes. Yeah, no. Sorry, I lost what you were saying. I wasn't...
You weren't listening, were you? Caught you off guard then, didn't I? Hi, Gemma Crow.
I was distracted by Gemma Crow in my defence.
Her fault.
Her fault.
Hi, Gem. How are you, love? Why are you here, if you don't mind me asking? You're on the Late Show. How exciting. You look dead glam today, Gem. Yeah. No problem. I'm saying 925 and gold.
Yeah.
Do you find around Christmas or around this time of year, it becomes more important to you, or maybe to customers, or?
I think it's going with the tones again, isn't it? Because you think of it being that warmer tone, that more autumnal tone and Christmassy. So people would tend to wear that sort of the golder colours. So that's when they're more likely to choose that. And again, keeping it with that high-end sort of silver, you're getting that precious metal, but you're still getting that more autumnal look or Christmassy look. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you would associate it, you know.
Completely agree with that. If you're looking at giving someone something special for Christmas, then why not add these? You only need 1 or 2 or 3 to create a really beautiful design. Have them as a charm if you wanted. Couldn't you on a charm bracelet? Pop them on a head pin, easy peasy. Pair of earrings, done in moments. You could have these simply stranded, spacing out some of your really high-end Tanzanites, for example, couldn't you? Everyone we've got so far has bought minimum 2. What are you lot doing? What? You are like naughty schoolgirls over there, you two. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just helping Jem out. She's looking for something.
Oh, why are we kind of sliding all over the floor then?
We're finding some findings.
You look like you were tobogganing.
But we're trying to. It's heavy, the box.
It's heavy. Oh, bless you. £7.95. That is your price. I've got so many of you buying this. Triple buyers as well coming in now. Congratulations, everybody. It's a special time of year, isn't it? When you're getting all your gifts together, it's nice to give a gift to 925.
Yeah. And it's guaranteed that it's gonna, anybody can wear it. Yeah. It's that higher end metal. And again, it's that little bit more luxurious, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's lots of you on the phone. We will be with you in a moment or three. It's £7.95 for all 5 pieces, and it is thick as well. 8mm these beads, but if I just show you the size, that is a lot of 925, isn't it? That is a lot of 925. £7.95 for you today for all 5 of these. Congratulations, everybody. Check out those baskets for me too. Lovely jubbly. Now, I'm coming over to you now, love. You don't mind.
Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
We're ready.
All ready?
Well, yeah, we're all ready. Yeah, all ready. Because I've got designer inspiration kit. Tell us what to expect from this, please.
This is a bit more of a sort of bit more advanced, sort of a different way. I've not personally set a cabochon this way before, so it was a bit of a challenge for me as well to actually. I knew what the look I wanted to do, so I had to try and work out how I could get that look and still keep that stone secure. So I quite enjoyed it though. So that's pretty much it.
It's a real beautiful selection. I love how you've done it. I know I gave you a sneaky peek of one before, but there's other for the collection. Have a little look. Loads of wire in this. Loads. 100 metres worth of 0.4. You then have 10 metres worth of your 0.4 in the gold. 10 metres worth of your 0.8, and you've got 10 metres worth of your 0.8 but in the twisted wire. So don't forget, your twisted wire is like 2 lengths of 0.8 twisted together, so it's double the thickness. It's not a 0.8 in total, if that makes sense. You're then going to be getting 3 strands. These are delicious. Gosh, they work really well together, don't they?
Yeah. It's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Gorgeous kit. I haven't seen Sodalite in ages. I adore Sodalite as well. Sodalite for me, it just makes me think of ancient times. Just does.
This makes me think of jeans and vests.
Jeans and vests?
Yeah, like sort of simple vest top with jeans, nice simple, so like it's just going to go around with denim. It just makes me think of dressing up in down an outfit.
I've never heard that before.
Have you not?
No, I like that idea.
Because it's quite a denim-y blue, isn't it? So if you've just got like a white or a black vest, plain vest and jeans, and it's just simple, it looks nice. And you get a stretchy bracelet made with sort of some rounds. Job done.
Joe, it was really weird then, and you obviously have no idea about this, but in my ear, as you were telling the story about the denim and the top, my director Ryan was telling the exact same story over the top of you in different words. Weird, right? That was creepy.
Very strange.
This reminds me of willow pattern plates.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know the willow pattern plates? So they're the white and blue plates,
oh, right.
And they have kind of like the Asian-esque design around. And the story was that if you have a look at them, you know the plates I mean with the edging, and often in the middle there's the pictures of the doves and an emperor. The story is said to go anyway that the emperor had a daughter, and the daughter fell in love with someone who the dad didn't approve of, didn't think he was appropriate, he wasn't royalty, so he said you're not allowed to marry him. So it said that they ran away, and essentially the dad caught them and locked them in a labyrinth, and that's what the mosaic around the edge of the plates meant to depict, the maze that they were stuck in. So that's a bit of a tale. That's what this reminds me of. That's what this reminds me of, those gorgeous plates. I've then got a beautiful strand. Wow. Lapis lazuli, really sparkling away here. If you love, you know, the really classic Van Gogh pictures, Van Gogh, depending on how you wish to say it, and the Starry Night, then you really can't go far wrong with lapis. You really can't. Each one of them has this beautiful glisten, because there is all these beautiful, really rich metallic pyrite-like inclusions. So it gives you that beautiful body and luster of the gem, but then you get the submetallic nature coming through. We've then got you a strand of your faceted agate. White agate? Ooh, it's really, really sparkly, because the facets, again, it looks, is it around a 4 mil, this strand? Yeah, it is 4 mil. Hang on. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? 4 mil white agate. So the same size as the ones in the first kit, and they would work gorgeously together, actually, wouldn't they? You've got 2 strands of the 4 mil here, actually. This sodalite cat, we have 30 carats, 25 of the white agate, and we have of the lapis 70 carats on there, around 6x5 to 13x9 on there. I've then got some cabs for you. So I've got well, have I? No, I haven't. I've got 2 cabs and a drilled drop. Have a little look. So this is my drilled drop. So this that we have in front of you is described as a sodalite cabochon drop. 40 by 30 mil, 40 carats worth of there. Can you see the drill hole going through in the centre there? You've then got, oh, you've got the large drop here, it is, see, 40 mil by 30 mil on this one, of course, so this is your 40 carats worth. We've then got your plain round cab, 4 mil on this one. Really beautiful, sorry, that's lapis, isn't it? Right, where is the drop not meant to be there? Have you not got it? No. Why is it here then? That's what I want to know. Why are you here? Just go over there. I don't even want to look at you. Imagine we haven't seen that naughty little thing. Ooh. So you're going to be getting 2 cabs here today. Beautiful sodalite, the drop and the round. 40 carats worth on the drop, and the round is 30 mil. So let's reiterate, shall we, of what we're definitely getting in here. 0.8 twisted wire gold, 10 metres. 0.8 untwisted wire gold, 10 metres. Gold in the 0.4, 10 metres worth as well. Then going on to a real large amount of this beautiful blue wire, which, trust me, for this design to really set it off, you're gonna need 4 mil of 100 metres worth in that rich, deep, dark blue. You've then got your 2 cabs of that stunning sodalite. You've got 4 mil rounds in your sodalite. You've got the agates, 4 mil, and you've got your lapis graduated in size 70 carats worth on that. Arabian Nights. Now, let's get your should be pricing, shall we? We're about to drop the price so much your eyes might water. Who's doing the maths? Who's doing the maths now, quick? Hang on, did that just, wait, is that, what saving, is that, who's doing the maths? Do you want to know how much it saved? £23 saving. I told you that I was going to be doing crazy price slashes, didn't I? I just brought you the first designer inspiration kit was under £20, and now I've just taken £23 off a kit. What do you think of that price?
But that is mad, because this is a really stunningly beautiful kit.
I don't think I've ever taken that much off a kit. Oh, I can't swear to it, but I cannot remember a time I ever have. Now, this is my problem. It's not really a problem, it's a nice problem to have. Because it's £23 off, which, let's face it, is what, about 47% saving or something similar to that, isn't it? Because it's £23 off, this is popular. Because it's so gorgeous a collection, it's really popular. Because you've got cabs in here and really unusual gems we don't see that often anymore, such as your sodalite and a good amount of it. it's gonna be popular. And all of that means that this is flying out of the door. Absolutely flying out of the door. I've actually got about 50 left, probably, and that's it. It's going really fast down though. And when people see your designs, people are going to be even more amazed, I think.
I did enjoy doing this. It's not my sort of normal style.
No.
But I really enjoyed it, and I've got this little book. I'm proud of my book.
I love this story. I'm so excited that you're sharing this with everyone.
I've always been that person that doesn't draw my ideas or anything like that. But
You're an organic mind.
I am.
I've always said that about you. That spellbind, organic mind.
Organic mind, I quite like that. I'm going to take it in a good way.
Yeah.
And I was drawing some ideas out, and then I didn't do anything near what I drew, but I was drawing sort of some ideas out, but it was literally, I got that cabochon out, and I laid over the smaller stones, and I was like, oh, that would look amazing, layered up. How am I going to do this? So I actually completely scrapped what I was thinking of doing and wanted to try and set it in that way. So I was quite chuffed with how it came out.
It's a new way for you to...
challenge for me, but I enjoyed it, yeah. I'm going to be doing it again, yeah.
That's really good. I'm glad you're going to be doing it again. I really, really am. Just need to let you know, hardly any stock left. Hardly any stock left in my last chance saloon. And how do you feel about having a little nosy at exactly what this wonderful lady has created? Because I, for one, I would wear every single one of those pieces, and that's a big rarity for me to say.
Yeah. I've shown that you can just, and that's all done out the same stuff, and I literally had that much left.
Oh, good. So you had a few
So
left.
Still could, and I still had wire. Still could have. I've done stages.
Oh yeah, of course you have.
You know,
Step-by-step bits.
Yeah, I could have easily have done. There's another pair of earrings in there. There's rings in there. You know, you can still go to town. I just enjoyed playing about with it. And again, the colours are just gorgeous. And I've got tons of the 0.4, so you could do tons of Viking knit if you want to, or macrame or anything like that.
Who else is in love? I am. I truly am. Oh, I would never take that off. I would wear it all the time. I think it's so gorgeous.
Might not fit you. It's a little bit little. I
will make it fit. Oh yeah. Oh look! Oh, look at this ring.
Again, it's simple.
Gorgeous.
A couple of stones, simple. And because you've got that sort of, are the smaller ones, they're so light as well, aren't they? The small round ones.
Yeah, absolutely, 4 mils.
And you get a really beautiful colour range through them. So you get some really dark ones, but then you get some sort of lighter, almost white ones as well. So I just sort of picked a mix of them up.
I just need to let you know that I think we're actually on a sellout now. I really do think we must be. Once you lot check out, one or two left of this kit. Please do check out. Love. So your book, it helped you, it inspired you, a different way of doing it for you.
Yeah, I was able to draw a few ideas what I was going to do, play about, and then it almost lets you think of different designs, it lets you think of more designs, because you're getting those designs out, so it almost unclutters your brain.
I know exactly
a little
what
bit,
you
if
mean.
that makes sense. So
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I've been sort of trying to draw anything down and just to get ideas, and they're not the best of drawings, but it's just scribbles, but it means something and it gives you a guide. Because sometimes when you get these kits, you know, I might have 2 or 3 on the go if I've got a couple of shows quite close together.
Yeah.
And your mind can kind of mess together and you just want to separate them. So as soon as I get them now, I can sort of get some ideas, and then I can know that I've got these kits, and actually I'm going to play about with it, and I'm going to aim for something like this. I won't do anything like what I've drawn, but it's something.
But it's a guideline.
And it's something you can refer back to as well.
That's
if
good,
you get a
isn't it?
stone and you think, oh, actually, I didn't do that design, but I can go back to it now because these stones are perfect for it.
That's so wonderful. I like your new design. It's worked really well, hasn't it? That's stunning. Now, I just want to let you know that I have got some more wire deals coming up for you in the next hour, but we are, of course, here with Laura Binding. If you've got any texts or messages, do feel free to send them in. Where are we going to be starting, lovely lady?
Okay, so we're going to be doing the sort of the focal pendant and neck piece. So we're going to start off with that. This one needs to be done in a couple of layers. I don't know if you can show it to the side, but it's done in stages. Yeah, so you'll see that there's the first set with the sodalite, and then there's a little bit of twisted wire. Don't know if you can see it. So on the actual frame, it's on the actual stone itself. No, on the actual pendant. That's it. Yeah, you'll see it. See, it's in layers. Yeah. So you've got the sodalite, and then there's some twisted wire. Then there's the agate.
Yeah, I see.
And then there's again more twisted wire. So it's literally holding it in place, but you have to do it in there's about 3 different stages.
I see. So it hooks.
Yeah. So it really secures it.
Gosh, that's so gorgeous.
Okay. So what we're going to do is start off with the outer frame. So we build it up.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to show the back of the pendant, but again, the blue wire was really good for this because. I've actually just woven across to net it in, but because I've used a blue wire, it doesn't stand out that you've done that, whereas if I'd just used the gold wire, you would have instantly seen it. So it just makes it a little bit more sort of, it's just about the look. Hidden, yeah. It's just making it a bit more discreet. It's not making it obvious what you've done. I mean, if you look at it, you can see it, but it's not like bright gold.
It's not screaming at you, is it?
So what I'm going to do is start off with the 0.8 wire, not just the plain one, not the twisted.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I want to do for this, I'm going to just still one of my cabochons.
Go ahead, steal
I'll use this one, because I've used both of mine.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I need enough wire that's going to go around it, but the woven sections to the side are actually all done from this section.
All right, okay.
So it's all continuous. So you need the extra length to, if you're going to be doing the woven section up the side, you need the extra length for that as well.
Cool, okay.
So I probably had, again, just slightly over ½ of a metre.
Right.
And you want 2 of those. Okay. But this wire is, although it is 0.8, it's quite a strong 0.8, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whoops.
£23 saving on this. Can I just have a check, Helena, how many I've got left, love? Just to let everyone at home know. Less than 20 left. About 13 in baskets, probably. Do check out if you want it getting on the phone at £23 saving. It's about, what is it, about 47% off, something like that.
Yeah, and it's a really beautiful
51%
kit.
off. How's it 51% off? 24? Yeah, but if it was 50% off, wouldn't that mean that it was exactly the same amount off? So it'd be £24 off. If it was 50% off, it'd be half price, wouldn't it? So 24 plus 24, that would be 50%. Ryan told you it was 51. Why are you listening to Ryan, Eleanor? Come on. It's around 47, 48% off, isn't it, for you today? Get the last couple whilst you can.
Okay, so what I would do with this is actually put your sodalites onto your 0.4 wire, and then you can keep it on the reel.
Okay.
I think that on that one there was 21, but it's something like I put about 20 on,
okay.
20, 21 on.
Right.
But check it and measure it around your stone as you're going along, because you might change the amount of wraps you do in the middle or something like that.
I see, so just keep your eye on it.
Yeah, just keep your eye on it. But thread them all on first, okay? And then what we're going to do is start with my wire. I'm just going to anchor the wire on. Just clear my space. So I'm just going to wrap 3 times, okay? And that's just a little tail there just to sort of hold it and keep it secure for me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up my second wire, and what I want to do, just place it above the first wire. And I want a little gap. Again, this is something that I tend to do by eye.
Okay.
But I can see that it needs to be about the size that this stone can sit nicely inside.
Okay.
Okay, we're only going to do one woven section before we add a stone. As soon as you start adding the stones, it will keep the wires parallel anyway.
Okay, that's
so
good.
It's only this very, very first part, which is, you know, it can easily be tweaked.
Okay.
So bring the wire through the middle, over to the other side, and wrap 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Pushing it up each time.
Yeah, push it up each time. Keep them nice and neat, okay? And then again down to the bottom and wrap 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Back up to the top. 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is the wire's sort of in the middle, so I'm just bringing it towards me. So it's going away, so I want it to go over that wire.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So then I'm going to take a stone.
Okay. And just feed it on.
Feed it up. And then you'll see that that gap, if it isn't right, you can sort of tweak it. It doesn't matter too much at this point, because this is only at the very top of the pendant anyway. And you want that stone to sit in. Now you can straighten these wires out if they're bugging you a little bit.
Okay.
And then again, wrap. So you're just going to continue now. So I'm going to go around 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Over to the other side. And I'm going to wrap. 1, 2, 3. Now what I want in the middle of each of these are 3 wraps. So I'm going to, if you just think of freeze, everything's going to be freeze.
2 threes.
So all of your wraps along each wire are going to be done in freeze.
Okay.
And then what you're going to do, you can see just if I separate that out there, these bits here. So you'll have the wire going across the middle. So I mean, there's 4 on the start, but that's fine. But you want to see 3 pieces of wire.
Struts, almost.
Yeah.
Like 3 columns.
Ladders.
Yeah.
Rungs.
3 rungs.
Rungs of the ladder.
Good.
Oh God. My brain's not working, is it? Sorry.
That's good.
I quite like that though. Ladder rung.
A rung.
Yeah, so there's the second one. So again, 1, 2, 3. Over to the other side. 1, 2, 3. So if I separate that out, you'll see there that there's 3 of the wires.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. And then, so you scrunch that back up, and then you just feed the next wire on, stone, sorry.
And keep it going.
Lovely. Now what I will say is, as you get around the stone, what will happen, on the sample pieces that I've done, I've just done it like this all the way along, because I was just trying to do it quickly. As the stone bends around, if I can just show you, so I've got my piece here, and what you'll do is you'll just move it down. So as that stone goes around,
the stone?
The weave.
Okay.
You want it all bunched up. Now, we'll move that out of the way.
Okay.
And place it down like this, because what we're going to be doing is placing it down to place the stone in the middle. You don't want it to go over the stone, you literally want it to go around the stone.
I see.
But what will happen is the weaves will separate out, so you'll see, I don't know if you can see that, but big gaps of wire just here, where because you're see how they're quite large?
It's separated because
of the fact that it's going around the corner.
Yeah, I see.
So if I can just take that one down.
Yeah, of course.
What I did as I started to get towards, when you start this, place it against it, and you'll see when you're starting to get towards that sort of curve of the stone. So what I've done on this one is it's gone in freeze, and then just as I can see that it's going to start to turn, I've done 4 wraps around the outer wire.
Yeah.
And then 3 on the inside. Just an extra couple of wraps, just so that when it bends around, it just keeps those gaps looking a little bit more equal.
That's good.
So I just to explain that. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't do it, but if you just add that extra, it just as it's going around, again, when you see it there, it gives those gaps look more uniform.
I see.
Rather than having larger and smaller gaps. And what you can do when you've done them is take your pliers and just go over them. And actually, and this is again, if you got that set earlier with those intricate wires, you can just go over and just gently squeeze those wraps together. And again, it just makes it look nice and neat as you're going around.
Yeah.
So it's just a little tip.
Good tip.
I'll place that one back.
Thank you for that, Laura.
So, when you've added all of these on, what you want to do is just sort of bring your weave into the middle. So what I'm doing now is just pulling the base wires out so that this weave is more central.
Okay.
Because I need that excess wire to give, once it goes out the stone and goes that way, that's going to become the sort of wings in effect.
I know what you mean.
Keep it flat and just sort of mould it around gently. And what will happen is you'll get almost like a little crossover point just there.
Oh yeah.
So you can see that little gap there? Okay, so that's fine, you want that, and you want to be able to put your stone in and to bring it around. It doesn't matter if it goes slightly up the stone, but you really, ideally, you want it to sit around the stone.
Okay.
And then when you pull that along, you have that crossover gap, just like that. Okay, so you're looking at something like that. That looks quite good with the
That was really funky
pink
with
as well,
that pink,
doesn't it?
actually. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so, and if you think, oh, I've misjudged it, you can scoot your weave around a little bit and just, it will open up a little bit, budge up a little bit, or you can kind of scrunch it down a little bit if you want as well. And what I've done is I've just cut a wire there and just left a little tail, because what I will do is sew a little lapis just in the centre there. Okay, and again, that binds things together and it hides the structure.
Yeah.
What I want to do now is do that back support for the stone itself, okay? So what you would do is take in the blue wire, because we're using a blue stone, so it blends in, it makes it look less obvious.
Yeah.
Take a long length, probably about 1 metre, because what I want to do if you can do this, it's great. If you can do it all in one go, is to actually weave the back of the stone, but then I use that same continuous piece of wire to catch the next stage of twisted wire.
Oh, good.
Because in a minute, we're going to do that, then we're going to put some more twisted wire and lay that on top.
Okay.
To start layering a lot,
Start layering
it in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, to do this, all you're going to do, you don't need the stone just yet, but you do need to make sure that it is going to fit, because last thing you want to do is do all of this and find your stone won't sit on it. Okay, so just bring my wire straight through that little gap in the middle.
The little letterbox
square. It's only to anchor the wire.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is just bring the wire across. I like this coated wire because it's got a real nice sort of feel to it. It feels really sort of silky almost, if that makes sense.
That's good.
It's a bit random, I know, but it does. So what I'm doing is exactly the same. So I'm going around once and then I'm going back around again. So I'm really making it nice and secure.
Okay.
And then what I want to do is, in effect, the same as what we've been doing. It's more or less the same weave. Sorry. And then just feeding that through. And then over to the other side. Now I'm going to do this a little bit sort of gap here because I want to do this quickly, but you do take it quite evenly across and really give the back a nice lot of support. And then you're just going to go over to the other side, almost as if you were doing a woven bale. Bring the wire back through. Clean working area is quite good with this one.
Don't get your wire caught in.
Yeah, which I'm not really notoriously known for. Okay, and then I'm just bringing that back through again.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep going. And what you'll do is, you know where we did these little sections of plain wrap, you can just use your wire, just use those gaps. See that there? So I've just gone through the actual plain wire, and I'm using that to be able to weave my wire through, if that makes sense. You see
I
that?
see.
So again, just there. And that's gone just through that bit there.
So it's giving you that piece to rest.
And then I can then just bring it back round again and continue that way if you want to sell your wire.
Yeah, I will whilst you're doing that. I've got some wire for you. I promised some wire bundles, so it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? I have got you possibly some of your staple colours here coming up for you now. Now, this is a heads up. We are finding it hard to get our hands on wire at the moment. We can get it, and we have ordered it, but we are actually running out of wire super duper quickly, aren't we, Helena? Have you had a nightmare trying to find it? Honestly, she says just then, I've had a nightmare trying to find wire. You can see her every single morning, because obviously we prep quite a bit in advance. Every single morning, I can't find any more wire. Where is all this wire gone? Because we've had quite a few Wirework shows on. Wirework, of course, is one of our most popular mediums here at Jewellery Maker, so you lot love it. We keep doing crazy prices on it as well, so it's just flying out. Genuinely, just your heads up now, honestly, we're running to the end of our stock of wire, especially on the base colours. You know, your silver, your gold, your antiques, bronze. So if you are running low, I would strongly suggest you get your hand on it. Do you remember around December, was it January last year? Oh, last year or this year?
Do I remember it?
Yeah, well, do you remember the wire fiasco? Do you remember what wire went missing?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, Ben. Yeah, and you, Ryan. 0.4 silver wire.
Oh, yeah,
we had no 0.4 at all. Meltdown.
It was meltdown, yeah.
It was absolute meltdown. People went crazy. Honestly, the amount of messages at the start of every single show. Was it January? Was it January, February this year? It was this year, wasn't it? We had no 0.4 in at all in any gauge. We just run out. It just sold out, and we have to wait a few months for the orders to come in. Every single show, at the start of every single show, every single day, we would have minimum 10, 15 messages in. Have you got any 0.4 on the show today? Any 0.4, any 0.4. Honestly, it went absolutely crazy, so I'm giving you a heads up now. Hopefully it won't get to that bad a situation, but it's best to be safe than sorry. Stock up whilst you can. Take a little look at what wire I've got for you today. So, 100 metres of your 025 in the antique bronze. My favourite of all of the wires, perfect for your weaving. Great for adding on your hidden details. Locks into place with itself perfectly. Seamless finish, really beautiful. your gold in the 1 mil, 10 metres worth here, so your real good structural. They're working beautifully together. And your 0.5 in the gold, 10 metres worth of this as well. So you got 0.25 in 2 colours, your antiques bronze and your gold. So your price today should be £17.85. It's not going to be though. We're doing a crazy deal. Whoa, no you're not. We didn't talk about that. Oh, you can't believe this. 110 metres worth of wire, including your 1 mil, £9.95. I know. I know. Shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be doing that. Because we are running low. Genuinely, we're running low on stock of our wire in general. £9.95. That's woken you all up, hasn't it? Welcome everybody. Hello everyone, trying to get your hands on it. £9.95. What do you think of that price?
I think it's brilliant. And again, like you say, it's the staple colours. Again, that antique bronze in 0.25. I do actually really love doing weaving in 0.25 because it gives a really nice, soft, sort of flush. I always say machine light because it just blends into the metal. Almost looks like it's printed on the metal. So if you like to do sort of different types of weaves and get that sort of colour and contrast, you know, you use that with copper and then use an antique, that 0.25 as a weave, you'll get that contrast of the colours, but it will look flush to the wire, so it would almost look like it's one piece.
Absolutely adore that. Say this to me again, love. Laura's mic's died. We'll change your batteries in a second. You can still hear you because I'm stood next to you.
Do
you want a switcheroo? We're just changing the batteries. Sorry about this. This is Ryan.
Hello.
Hi Ryan.
Hi.
Like your t-shirt.
Thanks.
Bowie fan?
Yeah.
Hiya. Favourite Bowie song? That is a tune. Diamond Dogs is good.
There's too many. It's too many.
It's too many.
Starman's pretty good.
Starman.
Yeah.
All right, fair dues. Sorry about that. Batteries are changed, and now you've just dropped your whole mic pack.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry. Wait, and your mic's gone somewhere. Where's the other bit to it?
It's there.
There it is. Okay.
Yep, we're good.
We're sorted.
So
we're all
sorry.
on. All good.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. We must try and get better batteries. Do treat yourself to these for the price of a pack of batteries. £9.95 for all that wire. Treat yourself.
Okay, are we back?
Yeah, we're back. You're in.
Oh,
we can hear you
you
again.
can hear me again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So what I've done is I've just taken this down all the way down here, and you can see how quick that is.
Oh, you've just done that whole bit. It's fab.
So it's just looking like that. Probably would do it a little bit finer, just but at the end of the day,
a little bit closer together.
Yeah, just to this bit and bottom bit here, I've left quite wide, but it's just to give the stone support so that when you place that stone on it like that, it's got something to sit on.
Okay.
Really, that's all it is.
Easy.
You can see it through down nearly. Oh look, you can see it through the top part. Sorry. Little things, I know. Little things. Okay, so again, just putting it nice and tight, making sure that you've got that, so it's going to be sitting and hugging the stone. Okay, so now what I want to do is taking the twisted wire, I'm going to cut a length off. Again, it's probably going to be about ½ metre. And what I want to do is just form it into almost like a teardrop shape to mirror the stone. And I need this excess wire on the side here because I'm going to use that to sort of do that decorative part at the top where when you've added that sodalite, we're going to use that to actually wrap around the sodalite stone.
Okay.
So now I'm going to place that over here, and I want this to sit. Now I want to start catching this stone. So this one I'm going to want it to sit just slightly smaller. It's a bit tricky to show you it like this, but can you see how I want that to sit so it's starting to go around the stone?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay,
what you mean.
so it's going to sit on top of this frame, and it's going to start to, it's not going to hold the stone in.
No.
It's not going to, but it's going to start to secure the stone in.
Okay.
All right, and you said we have a whammer hammer later on.
We do, in a moment or four.
So the best thing to do is, I don't have it with me, but whereas you can see here, if I let this go, it sort of releases and loses its shape a bit. If you have the hammer, then you can hammer it and it will just lock it a little bit more into that shape. And so
what side would you hammer it?
What do you mean, what side? What side?
What head?
Oh, it wouldn't matter. Probably the plastic, but it wouldn't matter. You could use that side, but it's slightly domed, isn't it?
Slightly domed.
So you probably just use this side.
Possibly the flat.
Yeah, because you just want it to. You don't want to really change the structure of it. You just want it to have a little bit more strength and become a little bit more secure.
This is our Whammer hammer that we've been talking to you about, which would be great for this. Lovely Laura suggesting that when you're working with your twisted wire, possibly going for the nylon head would be the best option. You get 3 heads on this. They are interchangeable. You also get your little doming shape here as well. It's a must-have 3-in-1 tool. It really is, because you've got the dual-ended plier with your interchangeable nylon and your dapping heads as well through there. You'll see that you've got a slight dome on this one, slight dome, completely flat on the nylon, and then you've got, of course, your textured convex a dapping head on there as well, which could be used to create really nice textures actually to wire. Really nice vintage textures. Blanks, you've got blanks that you like to maybe, I don't know, F colour or whatever, or do you like creating really vintage looking pieces? It's great for creating that real nice textured look. Perfectly weighted as well. A lot of thought's gone into this. It's a high quality piece of kit because it has got that strength and that weight in the head. It's hard to describe, but you'll know what I mean when you get this home. I've only actually got 41 of these, which isn't a lot at all. It's so popular, it always just flies in and flies out. It really, really does. Your price today on this is phenomenal, £18.85. XP BD 51 is your code. Interchangeable Whammer hammer with 3 interchangeable heads for you. It's great, the nylon head as well. That's one of the most popular because if you've got coloured wire, less likely to mark it, less likely to damage it with that head. For £18.95 for you on this today.
Okay, so what I've done is still using that same piece of wire. That's why it's nice if you can, and it doesn't matter that you're using blue and the gold because this is kind of almost a hidden extra layer. Yeah. And it's not too, these will get hidden when we add the next layer of stones, so it's not really important. But what you want to do is, I just want to don't want to secure the whole lot, I just want to sort of secure it at points. So you can see there's one there, and then there's one just slightly further across. And that's just securing it. So when I remove that, that's actually held in place now. And what I want to do is just keep that piece is secured. And then I want to blend the design. So again, if using that same wire, if you bring it across the back, it's going to blend in with that weave that you did along the back. Okay. And all you're doing is bringing the wire back up again through that initial frame. Okay, which is just across the back there, you can see, and then if I turn it over, you'll see that it's then going across the front, and then it's just going to go through a gap, and then just that's it, that's all it's doing. It's just keeping it and sort of making that extra layer. Okay. Okay, so if you do that all...
I'm so sorry to interrupt, I just have to let people at home know. The graphics have gone, I'm sorry, my cameraman Ryan's just gone off to push a button. When I talk about the graphics, I mean the phone number and all the information with the codes at the side. Really sorry, it happens sometimes. A little glitch. Really sorry about that. Hopefully they will be back up with you very, very soon, so just be patient. Just let you know you still can get through on the phone lines though if you know any of the codes. What I would say though, when things like this happen, when we get glitches, I would honestly say at this moment in time, check out your baskets. Just in case something goes crazy wrong, just check out your baskets, okay? Do that right now. 0800 644 655 if you want to ring in.
Okay, so you can see there, you can start to see how it's going to sort of form, okay? And what you can do as you're going along is you can actually, again, using these intricate pliers, just almost lift that sort of outer frame a little bit, and it will start to sort of pull around that stone a little bit.
Got you.
Now, it's not going to hold the stone. No. So don't worry if you do it and you go, well, the stone's still not held. It's not going to at this stage. Okay. Now, where we earlier on, and I had a little bit of excess of the gold wire at the very top. Oh.
The gold weaving?
Yeah, the gold weaving wire. And we had that little sort of open space just there. What I would do you want to grab me a lapis stone, please? Yes, quite a small one, not a massive one.
Quite a small, delicate one, yeah, no probs.
That's
it. That's about that one.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Oh, I thought it was going like, no, actually, I've changed my mind.
No, you know what I'm like, though.
Yeah, I know.
No, because I'd be here all week.
So what you do is you just add that, and then I'm just going to bring it over, and these little stages done at these little points just help. So what you can do then Just place that over there, and now these two wires are crossing, and you can just bring that wire all the way around, and that's going to lock those wires into place as well. So you're just taking advantage of them, and just when you can anchor it discreetly, then just anchor. When you see an opportunity, just think, right, brilliant, I'm going to do that. And again, just bring it back around through, and then just, that's fine, that's secured. And all I'm doing is, this is twisted wire, just wrapping that wire, that weaving wire, around it twice, and then I can cut that and remove that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can still adjust these at this point and make it a little bit tighter.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Gemma Crow. She's not going to forgive me for saying this, but she's having a sandwich and she's dropping it right all over herself. I mean, there's like sauce down her chops. Honestly, she looks ace. Thankfully, she'll be happy to know that the camera in there is broken today, she'll be absolutely chuffed.
Oh, bless her. Okay, so yeah, you can see.
Oh, is it? Oh, we fixed it. Oh, it's all right, hidden.
You.
Oh, she's looking. Everyone act natural.
Okay, so you can see there how we're starting to do it now. Okay, so I would take that time and again, still using that wire, and just bring it up and anchor it in a couple of points. Okay, so we're going to imagine I've done that. And I'm going to just cheat and bring the wire all the way up here. And then what I want to do is add the, these are agates, aren't they?
The white agate, yeah.
They're cute, they're really cute. And what's nice is, again, I'm still using this blue wire. Yeah. And what I like about it is that when you put the blue wire through it, it almost sort of tinges it a little bit.
Which gives it, makes it
to tie it in a little bit. So if you'd have put the gold through it, then that would have shone through as well. So I quite like it brought it down a little bit, it toned it a little bit, if such a word. So what I want these stones to do is I want them to sit inside this twisted wire.
Okay, inside it.
Inside it, okay? So what I'm going to do, so before I add that stone, and this again, so if you haven't secured this too much, don't worry, because you secure it as you're going along. But what you want to do, sorry, before we do that part, when you're happy with it, these wires here, the twisted ones, now we know that these outer ones are going to become our sort of decorative bit at the very end, yeah? Yeah. So these twisted ones, what I'm going to do is use these, and I'm just holding the stone with my thumb, and I'm just going to wrap this wire all the way around. Because what you want to do, you'll find yourself working with lots of ends and it'll get confusing. So you can get rid of that blue tail now. You can just wrap this around as much as you want. You can keep it quite delicate if you want, or you can make it sort of quite heavily sort of ornate, yeah. So once you've got it like that, and you're happy with that, okay, all I'm going to do now is trim that. Make sure you're careful with the wires you cut. And then just take that time to sort of almost blend it in with your wraps and take away any sharp edges. And then with this one, I'm going to just literally bring it around the back, wrap it around once, and that's locking that frame part in again.
Again, clever.
And then see how it comes out the back there?
Yeah.
Just keep that and trim that. And what we'll do is we'll just fold that down in a minute, and then again that will just blend in. So we want to try and keep it as tight as possible, but you can just bring it straight down. So then, now you can see straight away it's not such a wire of wire everywhere. So, because you can get yourself a bit confused, a bit tangled, and when you're doing this next bit, it is a little bit time consuming, it's a little bit fiddly, so you don't want any kind of obstructions.
Okay, brilliant.
If you can get rid of them, get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
You know, you can even fold these up out of the way, so don't worry too much. Then what you want to do...
Graphics are back. Whammer Hammer, get it now, 1895.
Okay.
So can I just show everyone on here what bit we're doing next? It's quite hard to explain. We're adding on the white agate now, which you can see where it lies on here now. It's sort of above and in slightly to the sodalite. So we're going on to the second layer.
Yeah.
As it was.
As it is, yeah. So what I'm going to do now, and this is, I'll try and show you this. What I want to do is I want to bring the wire up through this outer frame here, okay? But I want it to sort of come through on the inside of this twisted wire. Okay. That's going to make sense. So it's going to go through and there. So you can see how that's come up through the centre of on the inside. Okay. And then take your quartz. place it on, and then again just bring the wire down, and you'll see, if I can do, I don't know if you can get that, but just here you'll see the inside of the, you can just about see, so from my view, see there the inside of the original, the first layer, so you can just bring it through the weave on the other side. Oops, I can't see this in reverse. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that in reverse.
No, don't worry, it's all right, we'll get you.
Just down like that, so that's gone through, and all you're going to do, because you've got that stone on, it's going to stop it anyway, it's going to act as a stopper, so that's then going to sit up like that, and you want it to sit up, not to sort of fold into the middle, you want it to sit on top of
I see.
that layer. So if I turn it around like that, so you actually want it to sit above, okay, and you are going to repeat that all the way along, and what you'll do is do a little section, then you're going to have to add your stone, because otherwise you're not, because these are going to secure your stone.
Hold it in, right.
I've got one I made earlier just to show you what I mean.
Good, aren't you?
I know, get me, all organised and everything. I'm quite proud of myself.
That book's open, that book is
Cleared
on.
my brain. The kids being back at school helped massively as well.
I know, well, yeah.
Much as I love them. So you can see there that I've done exactly that here. And then every now and again, if you want to go over that sort of twisted wire bit there, then that's fine, you can go over it, it's just if you feel it needs to. But as you go along, you'll see that these will then, it won't sort of hold it in until you get to probably about this section, you know, because that is still, but I mean, if I push that, it's still got, I could probably still push that out if I wanted to, but it's holding.
Okay, brilliant. So that's where we need to get it to the holding point.
So you just want to, and you're just sewing, you can see I've just gone up and they're all on the inside of that frame. So then you're going to take your twisted wire again.
And I've actually got some twisted wire here for you to get your hands on. Let's have a real quick look at this, shall we? You have got so much in here. Yeah, I want a real quick look at these. Get it? I know, naff. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't say it by accident and people in my gallery thought I was hilarious. Well, they laughed. All right, hilarity is a bit much. So I have got in here for you your plain straight wire, 10 metres worth of your 0.8 in the silver. I've then, don't forget, base colour wires, getting hard for us to get to at the moment, so get it while you can. If you need some 0.8, now's your chance. You've then got the magenta twist with the purple, which is 0.6. And lastly, but by no means leastly, you have got the twisted copper, gold and silver, 1 mil wire. Hang on, that's wrong, isn't it? I'm meant to get, on all three of these, meant to be twisted. Sorry about this. Twist again. The name suggests that it should be. Okay, let's use our imaginations. Imagine this silver isn't silver. It's been to the hair salon.
Yeah.
And it's had a dye job and it's turned a lovely copper colour. Highlights, it's gone for copper. Imagine this is twisted copper wire and that it's 0.4. Now you can just carry on looking. We've then got the 1 mil in the gold and the silver and the purple and the magenta. I love this because we just don't do that magenta tone. It's the only way for you to get your magenta colour. If you do want the magenta colour, don't forget you can separate them. You've got magenta wire there. So your gold and silver twisted wire in the 1 mil, your magenta and purple twisted wire, the 0.6, and your copper, use your imagination, 10 metres worth twisted 0.4. Your price for all of them should be £14.85. Not today though, we're going to take it down. We're going to take it so far down to say sorry. We don't know why we've got this one. Not that I don't love you, but you know, it's just not what I'm looking for right now. £9.95 for you. That's a really low price, isn't it? Twist again, all your twisted wire, £9.95 for you. So get them whilst you can. So we're adding on more twisted wire now, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, to be fair, you can keep it like this if you wanted. I mean, it is actually secure like this. The only thing is if I pushed it really hard, then obviously it probably could come out again. I just wanted that extra security. But what you could do if you had little seed beads, and the patience.
Yeah.
And the like of seed beads, which I don't.
None of those things.
Those are me.
Yeah.
You could then sew in another little layer on top again if you didn't want to have the wired look.
Lovely.
But I actually really wanted to show this twisted wire off because it does get a bit lost here.
Yeah.
And I felt that when you placed it over like that, it was kind of like the finishing touch. For me, it just sort of set it off. And again, it's secure. There's no way that can come out then. So again, you've just cut it off. You would just hammer it again to keep it into its shape. And I went for the gold again this time because I didn't want the blue to show. I wanted it to sort of blend in now.
Okay.
Because I don't want that to be, I want it to be about the twisted wire as the finish.
Got you.
Sorry, can't find the end.
Don't worry.
Oh, that was... This is what happens if you don't secure your wire properly. You'll spend ages looking for the end. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a length of wire off, you know, for about half a metre or so.
Okay.
This is just to sew this in, and again, I don't want to do too much because I don't want to lose the twistedness either.
Okay.
So literally just thread your wire through. You should be able to find a gap somewhere. There you go, and that's just gone straight through from the front to the back then. See, bring that up, just wrap it around something to keep it out of the way, to be honest. There we go. And then you're just going to stitch, and what I've done is I'm going to bring this on that one. Again, it just fluked out, so I'm going to count these. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I happened to get 2, and then I was wrapping them in groups of 3. It just happened to work like that. So take the time to sort of think, are there a number, and can it be sort of broken into an even number?
An even number.
Yeah. And then just bring your wire down. So I just start off with, and what I want to do, it's a tiny bit fiddly to show you this, but what I want to do is I just want to catch. So if I was just going through, so I'm going over that outer, the second layer in effect.
Yeah.
Bringing the wire down that gap, which I've lost. There we are.
Just easing it through. Don't forget, don't go too fast at this because you can kink if you're not careful.
You can kink, and also if you pull it too hard and you haven't secured this properly, what will happen is it just comes straight through.
Oh, okay.
Which obviously I haven't ever done that before. So then you just bring the wire back up a little bit further down. So you just want to take the wire down a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, same as if we were adding the stones on, or actually through, it doesn't matter really. You just want to secure basically. And then bring the wire back down, and straight through. You just want to sew, and then this will be the first one that'll start to, once you get the first couple set in, it will work a lot easier. So there you can see, when you've pulled, as soon as you pull that, it tightens it and locks it together. But can you see why you want to kind of get even amount of stones between them, so that, because obviously it'll kind of, it does open them up a little bit, space them out a little bit. You can adjust that, you can tweak them.
You can twiddle them if you need.
Yeah, and then, you know, if I just do this quite sort of quickly and go straight through there. The smaller the chunks, because obviously you don't want it to be too visual on the back either, because everything that you're doing here is going to show on the back.
See at the back, yeah, of course.
See that bit there. But as long as it blends in, then that's fine.
Okay.
Just feed that through. Hang on, bear with me, sorry. Because you have got a lot of layers, and you'll find some sections will have a little bit more wire, where you've added a little bit, or you've done something. Just place that around there, and you can see. And then you would just, that's just 2, and already it's secured, a lot more secured. So you would, once you've done that, to get rid of these ends, just literally bring them around the back, like this. So that's then again blended in with that original twist that we did at the front. So that blends in. And then if you just trim the ends here, you can just, again, just tuck those excess wires in the back there. Keep it nice and tidy and nice and clean. Okay. And once you've done that, that's your stone actually set and secure.
Wow, that's a great way of doing it.
So it is just layers, but it's just keep, and once that, I mean, that is nice and secure. You could have that as a brooch or something, you know, you could have it just as a pendant. So you don't have to do it like this.
That's great.
And then all that you do for the next section, I'm not going to go through it all, but it is literally repeating what we did really in stage 1.
With the 3 across 3.
Yeah, I chose the blue wire because I wanted to contrast against all of the gold in the centre. But if you wanted to use the gold wire, you could. There was enough for you to be able to do it with the gold. I like the contrast personally.
Yeah,
and then, you know, I used the graduated sizes so that they
on the lapis.
And get me, I graduated, but not really. I just cut it and then went either end.
Yeah, but still, the work's done for you in the graduation. You don't need to do it yourself.
And then because I just felt it had a little bit extra, I just added a couple more of the agate. And then all you do with the ends is just spiral them into loops.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you've got 2 loops together, almost like a heart.
Almost like a heart. And then what you do again is with your 0.4 wire, just secure them, just wrap them. You can literally, you'll see, it's just wrap it together, just to lock it, really.
Okay. That section.
Yeah, so you can see it's just 2 little loops, and then I've just literally put a bit of 0.4 wire to bind them together.
Yeah.
And then I did the lovingly, painstakingly, time-consuming.
I love you started off with that lovingly time-taking, time-consuming chain. Oh, this is not you at all, spellbinding. What's that book done to you?
I know.
You are not the type of person generally to do this type of thing. Why?
I'm not,
Why?
but sometimes I feel a piece needs it, and I'm one of these people that I don't like having to do structured things all the time, but if it has to be done or it's needed for that piece, which I felt it was, then I will do it, and I am proud and pleased with myself when I've done it, because I feel like, oh, actually, I did that. So it's quite nice to do something that, you know, it might not be your thing, or you might not naturally like to do that thing, but sometimes it's just needed, and I think it's worth it. I felt that needed it, and I felt it needed the double layer as well, as opposed to the single, because it's quite a heavy piece.
Can I ask you something? Did you know that we do gemstone chains here?
I know.
Just saying.
I know.
Got one for you here, actually. Not to rub it in. Could you just pour one of these?
Next time I'm asking for Pip for one of those as well as my kit.
Save me time, effort, and energy.
Just give me one of these.
And do you know what? This would go beautifully with that design because of the blues. And also, for me, personally, this was just for me. That is so gorgeous that I would be chuffed to have some 925 in it. Yeah. Because it's such an epic piece. It really, really is stunning. 1 meter's worth of this chain we have here for you today. It's your rose golds chain. And it is plated in beautiful 925, plated with the gold over the top, the rose gold itself. Now you've got, look at that, aquamarine, March's birthstone. This is a beautiful, delicate aquamarine, isn't it? Absolutely spectacular. 25 carats worth we have on this strand. Each on this strand chain it is, isn't it? These are 3x2 mil, and the wonderful thing with this strand as well is that it's double wrapped loop, which for you to do it yourself, 1 meter's worth, will most certainly, sorry, I've just gone off the screen, that is going to take you a while, isn't it? Yeah. How long did, how much of a length did you use there? That's about 1/2 meter.
I don't know.
How long did it take you to just went with it?
That probably took me longer than the cabochon setting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because I start in and I put it down and I'll wander off and get a cup of coffee and I'll come back and then I'll have another go.
Come back when you gathered your strength.
Recharge myself.
So it took quite a while then?
It probably took me about half hour, 40 minutes.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but I was using the 0.8 wire as well, which is, again, as I was saying earlier, it's a bit of a harder wire to use, so to have the finer wire is actually easier, makes the whole job easier.
And also, gemstone-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've only got 9 to wrap, actually, on each of those
and
strands.
Also, you have to kind of adjust your measurements because you don't know how many you're going to need. Yeah. So I had to place the piece once I'd finished it there on my beading board, and then guess. But when you start actually adding the wraps, it lengthens it, so you don't know whether you're going to, it could be too long, and you have to adjust it. So that first one, that first sort of section of chain takes longer. Yeah. Once you've done that one, it's not too bad because you then just repeat the same pattern for the next 3 pieces. Got you. But you still have to take that time, Whereas with that, you just lay it and go, yeah, perfect, cut. Done.
Done. Easy peasy. Your price today for a metre's worth of this is fantabulous. It's just £21.95 for you. It's going to take you a lot of time. There's a lot of proper, real silver in this with that gorgeous rose gold as well. This is high quality. You don't have to do much with this. Just a little bit like that with a clasp on. Going to be spectacular, isn't it? You could even do yourself a matching ring.
Slave bracelet.
Slave bracelet, gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful idea. I love that. Both of this beautiful selection for you today is just £21.95. It's a great price point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And
a lot.
You do, and for me, what I would use that for is, well, first of all, like I said, you've got the earrings there that I've made the matching earrings for. So if you had a drop of that lapis there, and just attach that to a length of that chain, how cute would that look? And it keeps it quite delicate looking. But I've often said, and I always say, I love the briolette cuts. So I would get some briolette aquamarine, tiny little bit of wire, and I would add a drop of that to the end of that, and that would be a nice pair of earrings.
Oh, stunning.
You know, for me, and again, because I like to make the pendants, I would make a matching pendant and use the excess for a chain for my pendant that I've made. So, you know, you've then got a set with a lovely necklace that you haven't had to do anything for, and it would lift it. And again, it's that finish, isn't it?
That's a fab idea. It really is. You don't have to do much. The work's done for you. Truly is. £21.95. Congratulations, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Now, stay where you are, because after the break, brand new strand, one locational gem.
Oh, I like them.
Aren't they really beautiful?
They're really nice.
All individually hand carved. One locational gemstone, brand spanking new, coming up for you, along with some very new to the building findings. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss out. I'll see you after this.
Do you have a question that you need answering?
Well, did you know you can ask to speak to an accredited jewellery professional in our call centre?
Trained by the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones, we know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals. Come and join guest designer Louise Jacobson on our Wirework Rings course. Louise will guide you through how to design a combination of ring styles and shapes. You will learn a variety of techniques, including how to use a ring mandrel, how to design bands and shanks, and how to attach gemstones. The full course includes a selection of colours and gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, and a visit to our museum. All of this for £69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Hello, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We are quickly heading towards the end of our show this afternoon. We've only got about 45-ish minutes left, so much to squeeze in for you. I'm joined by the gorgeous Spellbinding today. Hi, Law.
Hello.
How's the challenge going?
Good.
You know that second thing that you said, I think, have you started on that bit yet?
No, I'm nearly finished the first one. I've nearly finished the pendant.
Okay.
So I really want to crack on with it.
Yeah, because I love that idea.
Yeah.
Spellbinding, let me know. Insider info, it's a very good idea that I think a lot of you will be really interested in. Not necessarily a piece of jewellery. Okay, I've got loads to fit in with you. Let's start off with this big beauty, shall we? Now, I'm going to be straight with you. I'm going to go through this pretty quick, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to have to because there's so much in here. Great for a gift, great for a Christmas present, great to pass on to someone who maybe is retiring and wants to learn a new skill, or just someone who's, you know, taking a bit of time off work, or who's just got a bit of spare time on their hands. Great to pass on to them. Let's go through everything you need for your Get Started Polymer Clay Kit. You ready? Bead baking tray. So this is everything you need to strand, put holes and bake your beads in. Did I say bake? Dead Northern then? No, bake, did I? You've then got, look at this, grade 5 plastic. This is for storing your polymer in, very important. You've got your super fine, what are they called? Sandpapers, sanding papers, great for polymer, but lots of other mediums too. You've got your different sized cutters in here in the rounds, including that tiny one in the middle, which is one of the most popular sizes, which sounds a bit strange, but it's great for, you know, to pop in holes and stranding through. You've got your rollers in here as well, 2 rollers looks like, and you've got your baking sections, as well as pieces of your plastic, so that you can create really nice smooth round beads if you so wish. You've then got your moulds. You've got your face moulds. You've got your square cav mould as well, that's got that beautiful kind of doming into the centre. You've then got loads more cutters, so you're getting all of these cutters as well, graduating in the sizes. You're then going to be getting your extruder. If you know that brand of dough that you play with, oh, casual, and you know the heads, and you put the substance in his head and you press his head down and his hair goes, doesn't it? It's like that. It's kind of like that. You can put loads of different tabs and colour in here, and it does beautiful effects. Really, really great. There's your extruder in different shapes as well. You've then got your gleams, which isn't just for use with this at all, but it's great with this. Adds text, like a light pearlescent sheen. Purples, greens, and your gold within there. I use it for so much more. We saw gorgeous Liz using this with those brand new pellets yesterday, didn't we? On the friendly plastic. You've then got your set 1 tube bead roller, which really simply rolls these beads really effortlessly and symmetrically every single time. You've then got your micas, which again we can add to loads more mediums, but great for pre and post bake in your polymer to add a nice little touch of colour. You can really build those up. It's absolutely spectacular. Yellow, zesty pink, and your zesty orange I have here for you today. You then have got an absolute time saver, your clay roller. It is essentially like a pasta roller. You've got different thicknesses in which you can roll your polymer to on this. You can condition your polymer with this. It saves so much time, it really does. You've then got your essential, the polymer itself, 4 blocks in here, magenta pearl, your red glitter, your bright green, and your wasabi as well. And then to really get us kicking off, to really get us on our journey and continuing on, you have got the wonderful DVDs. So we've got your Wire Fusion, Your polymer clay accessories. I absolutely adore that DVD. It's so much fun. Sculpey clay. Basics. So this is all the basics. Shows you how to do things like your canes, your bead shapes, your patterns. And then one of our newest ones, the face canes. So you're going to have step-by-step tuition from the very basics right up to some quite detailed, intricate pieces. All of this today, this is a bit from the DVD, all of this today, price is just £99.95 for all of that you can see. That truly is a price point not to miss out on. If you are planning on getting someone a gorgeous gift, if you're planning on sharing your own skills, if you're planning on getting someone into a new hobby, because let's face it, for me anyway, there's no greater gift than knowledge or enjoyment of something new, is there? And you've definitely got that. All of that, I can't lift this up. That's just gonna have to stay there. I'm so sorry. This is the most unattractive mound of polymer goodies. That's how much you're getting though. £99.95, massive discount on that for you today. Loads of it. Now, I'm going to do you a strand of pearls now, which we've only seen once. You know, on Designer Inspiration, we're going to try and bring you pearls because my producer, Helena, is obsessed with pearls. She absolutely loves them. You've only seen these once before. Silver. Goodness. Gracious me. They are beautiful, aren't they? Now, they're not perfect rounds because they're 9 by 10 mil, but they almost look it, don't they? Don't they? Almost. There's only a mil in it, which, don't forget, when the size is larger like this, it's hard to tell that 1 mil, isn't it? Your silver grey potato pearls, SGG P78. Your price point today. Oh my gosh, they're just gorgeous, aren't they? Let me show you this. Oh wow, nail on the head. Look at that. Makes you look dead tanned, doesn't it? Very chic. I just got a text off my mum. Just got my text off my mum, and my mum said, we're in a restaurant, it's very, very nice here, and your dad's just said, ooh, Becky, you'd really enjoy the ambience here. This is how my dad talks, honestly, this is how my dad talks. She'd really enjoy the ambience here. It's like her, elegant and bohemian. Aww. How cute is my dad? Isn't he cool? He is cool, isn't he? But that's what I think of these, and I see these are elegant, and they are a little bit bohemian because they're a bit unusual in their colouring, aren't they? They have got a bit of a different feel to them. Gosh, they're beautiful. Just an epic strand for an astonishing price point, £17.95. Now, I have got to move on because I've got too much to fit in. Not just a lot, too much. So we're gonna get going through all of this. I gave you a little heads up, as it were, about this strand. Brand spanking new, coming to you right now. It is your beautiful strand of hand-carved Mookaite leaves. Oh, they are stunning, aren't they? Now, we say leaves, but I think they could pass for feathers. Anyone else? Couldn't they? Or what? The leaf of a kiwi? I've never seen a kiwi leaf. Kiwi off the plant? I did not know that. Looks like this, does it? You've got every single one hand carved over one location or gemstone. Now, just to let you know, if you're not sure about Mookaite, one locational gemstone. What I mean by that is we only find this in one location in the entire world, and that place is in Western Australia, and it's just one area that we get this. It's Mookaite Creek. It's just this one very, very small location. Now, Don't I absolutely adore about this? The structure of this is made up, a majority of it, there's different lines, bandings, colours that you get. It is autumnal, you're right. I love that every single one of these is made up of microscopic creatures. Isn't that? Yeah, absolutely. That's what Mookaite is. Microscopic creatures in here, which are absolutely astonishing, isn't it, really, when you think about it? You have got a gemstone here that has a lot of kind of myths and legends behind it, and if you're into crystal healing, some crystal healers believe that, and I quite like this story, this gemstone is for motivation, and I like that. I think we all need a bit of motivation now and again, don't we? Apparently it's for motivation, in particular, motivation to impart desire, to try new things. We had a message in about it, did you say? Oh, go on. Looks good for blokes pieces. Helen, you're absolutely right. Gents, I could see you in this, Ben, with your Starsky and Hutch look today. You look really dapper today, Ben. I could definitely see you in this. Kind of autumnal, quite masculine, but also could be very, very feminine, because if you fanned these out beautifully. In fact, they could look like wings, couldn't they? Loads of you are getting this. It is brand spanking new. Aren't they spectacular? Think about the work that goes into this. Think about how tricky it is to get this gemstone from just that one place in the entire world. This is the only place that Mother Nature comes together just perfectly to bring us this beautiful gemstone. Your price today for a brand new strand, it's your premiere price. We're very excited. $9.95 is your price point for this today. Absolutely beautiful. Another thing I want to show you, the back. Because I love the back of them as well. The back's not carved. Smooth on the back, so you can use them in this way. Isn't that beautiful? Look at every single one of these. Banding. Is it just me, or does this one here look exactly like an owl? See what I mean? Whoo! Hooting away. Okay, not exactly like an owl, that's going a bit too far, but very similar to an owl. There's loads of you getting this. Boy, oh boy, you've got off my screens, you lovely people. David, maybe you're taking Helen's idea and giving yourself a go with some of these pieces. Richard, you're getting yourself some as well. Good to see you today, this afternoon. June, we have got multi-buyers on this as well. Lots of you getting it, congratulations. Check out those baskets, lovely people. Let's give you an idea of how many we're getting, shall we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I've got approximately 21 on my strand. Yours might be slightly different, of course, but you are getting around 140 carats worth, and they will be around the 20 by 11 mil mark. They're beautiful, aren't they? Real good amount. It's a brand new strand. What am I going to do with it, Spelby?
Well, I've said this before. I went shopping with my friend back in May to get my husband's birthday present, and we went into a branded shop. It's known for watches more than jewellery, but it does do jewellery too.
Right, yeah.
And she bought just a little feather charm and paid £20 for that, just to have it on a little piece of leather necklace.
What was it made out of?
I think it was plated. Rose copper plated, I think it was.
Wow.
And she paid £20 just for the charm, not including the extras for necklace and everything else. And you go, I'm just thinking, I see that and I could just recreate a couple, like single charms. You could have a couple on some sort of different lengths of chain, and again, just have that hanging off of a little bit of soft brown leather, sort of knotted. If you had them knotted, you could have them sort of in sections, stages going down off some jump rings. So you just literally get some suede or leather and just knot them, put a jump ring in and add one of those, a couple of them going down.
Oh, that's a really nice idea.
That would be really quite nice and delicate.
Yeah, almost like falling leaves in autumn, actually, which should tie in really well. Yeah. This is possibly my idea of the day. You ready for this? This is about to get good. Have a look at that one. This is my idea of the day. This one in my hand here. Ready? Wait, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? That looks like yin and yang, doesn't it?
Oh, that is cute.
Isn't that cute? Now, how would I get them to stay that way? Say that to me again, lovely lady. How many are on the strand? I did count, didn't I? Can anyone remember? Was it 21? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20! 2, 4, 6, no, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20 I've got on my strand. Approximately 20 I have on my strand. Of course, it might be different on your strand, but someone did just message in asking. Hope that helps you. So gorgeous pieces here. Absolutely adore it. £9.95. Oh, wow. Now, last night they did have something very, very similar to this. Deb Rudge actually had it as a challenge, and she had some pieces. We'll show you them later on. It's brand new in this week. I'm so excited to bring this to you. This has only been seen once before. Wow. You have got such a variety. I want to show you some of my favourites. The spaces, because they're cubed. They're cube spaces. That's unusual, isn't it? And then they don't roll as far as well. Just wanted to show you that at home. You've then got this selection. All right. You've then got this selection of your jump ring. Oh my gosh, come here. Come here, you. Got a selection of your jump ring. A jump ring selection. I'll get there in the end. They keep running away from me. The jump rings, we have quite a large amount of, actually. 6 mil, 20 of them approximately you're getting. This is all gold-plated copper, by the way. Let's have a little look at the shepherd's hooks as well. I love that little detail on here. I'm a very patient lady, but this is ridiculous. Look at this little twirl detail that we have here. It just gives you a really gorgeous focal point for your piece. You've then got 2 of your S-shaped clasps, super sturdy S-shapes. You've then got link of your chain. This chain's quite new, isn't it? I've not seen this chain before, personally, this style. The links are quite large, aren't they? Great for charm bracelets. You could probably even get a couple of charms on each one. Oh, hello, friend. Charm bracelet, good idea. And then you're going to be getting all of this carnelian, look, approximately 20 carats worth. I just want to show you the quality of this. It is spectacular. I've literally dropped one of everything so far. How is this happening? I'm just not made for this. Honestly, I need to go on tweezer training. Do they offer that? I cannot work them. Rant over. You've got all of the beautiful carnelian here. There we go, just do that. Look at that. Use the scoop. Oh yeah. Look at all that gorgeous carnelian, 20 carats worth of the nuggets, approximately 2 by 3 mil, and this is my absolute favourite. These are the big ones. These are brand spanking new to us. Isn't this spectacular? This is a multi-stranded necklace. This is a multi-stranded bracelet. Or use it like lovely Deb Rudge did last night. Have a little look. Dead simple. Couple of bits of chain. Obviously that's the rose gold that they had on last night. Tonight's the gold. But done it in earrings as well. Isn't that beautiful? Little set of matches. That's beautiful, isn't it? And imagine, because it's like that, one at each side, triple strander necklace you could do, couldn't you? Really easily. I love this. It'll all come in a handy little matrix box for you as well, with a little slide lid to make life much, much easier. So many goodies in here. What price are you thinking for that many findings? Because you've got approximately 47 pieces, but please don't forget for me, that's a metre's worth of chain we're getting in here. That's just one piece, a meter's worth of chain. I need to let you all know at home that honestly, this is one of our most exciting findings matrix packs that we've had in quite a while. Your price today, I know! What are we doing? It's the same price as our normal findings pack, but you've got gemstones. Discuss.
Wow, it's a little perk, isn't it? It's a definite stash adder, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need that.
Didn't even show you the toggle clasp. Yeah.
Oh, that's lush, isn't it? I mean, anything like that is an opportunity. I would grab it because, like you say, I mean, even just now, I'm trying to find some findings to go with the pendant that I'm making. You always want that little bit of something. You need those sort of those crimps, or even if you do beading, anything like that, you're going to need those. So to get any opportunity, then you just need to go for it.
Just jump on it. Absolutely, just go for it. Because it is, you can have something in your mind and then you haven't got something to finish it off, and it is just heart-wrenching. I know that sounds totally over the top, but it actually is. It's really, oh no, I can't finish this piece. Urgh. It's so mind-boggling, it truly is. And in this golden tone as well, it's going to be ever so popular, isn't it? Especially this time of year. Loads of you covered in for this, lots and lots and lots. Happy afternoon, everybody. Loads of you getting this, lots of multi-buyers. I know, can you believe it at that price? Gemstones as well, and those new findings. I absolutely adore them. Now, there's loads of you coming in. Do me a favour. My director genuinely did not mean to put that picture on then. Genuinely, he did that time, but he definitely didn't beforehand. Just to say to everyone that I am about to move on, purely because I've got so much that I have to fit into this afternoon's show, and I've not got much time left. I am going to move on. Imperative you stay on the phone for that, because it's going so quickly. Really, really, really quick. It is brand spanking new. Imperative you get your hands on it. 0800 644 655 for you right now. Golly, golly, golly. Helena, are pearls your favourite? Yeah, I think that's quite obvious. Hey, but you're not the only one, girl. Boy, oh boy, the amount of people at home are going, yes, another pearl strand. I need. This is your beautiful, large, cream straight drilled Baroque pearls. 10 by 9 mil we have on these. Do you know what I love about this? The pearlescence. Greens, limes, yellows, blues, reds, pinks. All of those just on this, organic. It is really exceptional. Now, they are a big size. Only got 48, I've just been told. So, no, they're not. How has that been price dropped? I can't believe this. Laura's so shocked, she doesn't even know the price yet. It's making her sneeze. I've never seen someone do a silent sneeze.
My ears have just popped because of it.
Your ears just popped?
Yeah, you know when you
should hold your nose.
Oh, it's classy.
I can't believe. Okay, listen. 10 by 9 mil pearls. What is the jewellery maker price for that size? 10 by 9 mil.
Oh, I don't know. It's normally probably about $19.95, something. Quite a high price, aren't they?
Well, they're usually the higher bands, aren't they?
They would be the higher priced ones,
yeah.
Definitely, and again in that quality, because just I can see it from here. They're just beautiful.
Yeah. Nowhere near. I can't believe the price we're going to. Yeah, normally for this size, I'm sure you're looking around the £11 mark. Today, though, no wonder I've got triple buyers. $7.95. Pourquoi? Honestly, they've taken Mother Nature around 10 years to create each and every one of these. How? Pete! Brother Pete! Come here, love. How do you feel about that price?
That's amazing. What do you want me over here for? Other than
sister doesn't want to spend.
I know by now you've got.
Her sister wants to spend a bit of time with her brother, and this is how you treat me.
I'll see you at the family dinner.
Cheering then. I'll see you at the family dinner. What are we having? Buffet, obs. What else do we eat in our household, eh, Pete?
Good ambiance.
Good ambiance, you're right, it's a good ambiance. $7.95. Oh, I tell you what, we have a hoot in our house. Don't we, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Corker of a time. Jules.
Jules and Steve.
Jules and Steve. Oh, they crack me up. Jules and Steve, Mum and Dad, obviously I call them. Jules and Steve, cracking. Yeah. Oh, go on. What are you saying? You're interrupting me now. I'm busy. Right, go on.
Her name's Julie.
You just fell again. How have you fallen over twice today? That was this time, this is going to be a sellout. This time though, he didn't just trip over the wire. He stood on the wire. So he just went like a weevil. Oh, Pete! Pete, what were you saying, love, before you went wobbly?
Her name's Julia. But we call her
This cracked me up the other night, right? This cracked me up that he's just done. This is going to be a sellout. The other night when I was on the Late Show with him, Pete went to me. Our mum's name's Julia, but we called her Jules, right? So I was like, right, cool. He went, it only really became funny when I worked here. And I was like, right. And he went, do you get it? Because Jules. I was like, yeah, I get it. It's just not funny. I'm not going to laugh. Oh, you cracked me up. It's a goner. Congratulations, everybody. $7.95 for you right now. Say it to me again, lovely lady. Hey, did you get those creepy lovely leaves earlier on? It's alright, only 22 minutes to go. Did you get those lovely Mookaite leaves earlier on? Why not add these to your collection? Because they're the same shape. Tiger's eye. Wow. Look at the sheen on these. They are wonderful, aren't they? Chocolates, caramels. That is beautiful. Can you see the chatoyancy on this? That's the quality, that. Quality, this is. Look at that. Spanning across. That's the back again. And then here you have the front. Now let me show you with the Mookaite. Gosh, they go well together, don't they? How about that in your charm bracelet?
Yeah, that's
those
gorgeous,
two together.
Again, it's those earthy colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could make a real, because we've had the larger leaves before, haven't we?
Yeah.
And you can make a really lovely statement piece with those larger leaves, but you could make a sort of more scaled down, sort of more minimal version of a statement necklace using those sort of smaller, finer sort of shapes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Rather than having that big sort of...
big statement.
You can just tone it down.
Tone it down a little bit. The quality is phenomenal. It really, really is. Can we see this? As it's spanning across. Look at that, as I move it. Hang on. Let me move it steadily. There we go. Can you see? Can you see the burst as it moves underneath the surface? That chatoyancy blast. It's gorgeous, isn't it? That's quality right there. Imagine those just in a pair of earrings. I would definitely put these in a pair of earrings because they're going to move, so they're going to catch the light, so you're going to get that chatoyancy, you're going to get that tiger's eye winking at you, aren't you? 150 carats worth we have here of these beads. You're not going to believe the price again. Price match on the Mookaite. $9.95. This has got a gorgeous blast of colour underneath the surface. Golds, caramels, all running through that. Hey, did you get those pearls that were sold out? A little bit of something different, but I quite like it. That's elegance and bohemian rolled into one right there, isn't it, ladies and gents? Isn't it? What about the what, love? The first set of pearls that we had on. Oh, the maroon pearls, I think they've been packed away, but you're right, you're not wrong. They would go really nicely together. Absolutely right, Ryan. Oh, gosh, you're good, Ben. How are you, love?
I'm alright, yeah.
Are you meant to look Starsky and Hutch today?
No, I was cold.
You're cold.
So on my break, I went home.
On your break, you went home and you.
This is the first jacket I could see.
I love it. I think it's a really strong look. Yeah, I really love it.
It's a women's jacket.
It's a woman's jacket.
Yeah,
Good.
I didn't know at the time.
I didn't know at the time.
It's okay.
That's good. I think it's beautiful. You're right, Ryan. You're not wrong. They look gorgeous together. Do these? Have we got these available? Oh. Oh, yeah, we've got a couple available. That's fab. Love. Congratulations, everyone. Multi-buyers. You've only seen it once before. I'm not surprised you're going crazy for it. I'm really not. Okay, let's bring to you some high-end, shall we? Oh, these are just gorgeous. Imagine that just as a pendant. Or a little charm, if you wanted. It's not, but you could imagine it to be. It's actually part of a toggle clasp. That's wonderful, isn't it? It says 925 on it. This is your 925 covered in your rose gold. And look at the end of the T. Can you see it's got these little, it's almost like a gizmo coil actually on the end, quite hard to see. So your toggle clasp, of course, will just go through your heart. Oh, almost like a sort of an arrow going through. It's quite nice actually, isn't it? Imagine this as a lariat style necklace at the front, and imagine creating a loved one a set of 925 cufflinks. That'd be special, wouldn't it? That'd be a gorgeous little gift for a special gentleman in your life, or a special lady, because did you know that the androgynous look is huge for winter? Massive. I'm talking oversized boyfriend jackets, boyfriend jeans, tailored suits, and cufflinks for ladies are massive at the moment. I saw them in a very well-known lady shop the other day. Look, just a stack of cufflinks. Now, there's already people getting this and already checking this out because, let's face it, they're beautiful, and I'll be straight, not a massive quantity. Your price point today for both is just £6.95 for both of them. That's £9.25 covered in this gorgeous rose gold. That is spectacular, isn't it? DP, GP, 34 is your code. Rose gold plated, gorgeous hearts with the T-bar. Lots of you got it in your baskets, making sure we check out. Thank you for doing that, Susan, you little love. All of you getting on the phone lines, 0800 644 655. Don't forget, free phone number from most landlines and some mobile phones as well. They're beautiful, aren't they? Look how gorgeous. I love a little, the heart motif is a very famous motif, isn't it? And it's so, so wonderful to be able to have that as part of your design. Have it as a feature at the front, I would. I love these. I described them as little baubles last time I had them on. They are wonderful. Frosted with the window. But this is interesting because the frosting, now this for me is the first time I found it. It's only been seen once with me, if I was correct. Oh, it's my strand. Only me you've ever had it with. Now, this is the interesting bit, because I've not seen one like this before, have you? These are plain rounds, technically, because look at the frosted section. That's round, isn't it? Plain round. But then, the window section, as it were, in the middle, is faceted. So there's just 2 double strips around the middle that's faceted. The rest of it is just a plain round. That's really unusual. I've not seen that on a strand before, other than this. You've got 150 carats worth here of this clear frosted quartz. It's really bedazzling, isn't it? Look at it, just glitzing away with all those beautiful facets. And I love about this that you can get this to go with anything. I will prove a point. For example, did you get the silver pearls that I had for you earlier on? Look how the quartz takes the colour on, especially in that faceted area, doesn't it? And what about if I show you it with the maroon pearls that we had on earlier on? Oh, very berry, that, isn't it? Do you see how it's taking it on? The colour. That's what I absolutely adore about these. It's giving you just that little twinkle of whatever you pair this with, it's going to go with, because the colour and the light's going to shine through that window to the centre of the gemstone in that banding around the middle. I think they're beautiful, I really do. They're kind of ancient in many ways, but they're also quite modern in a way. I know that's a juxtaposition, but they've got a little bit Art Deco feel to me for some reason, but also super modern feel to me. 150 carats worth. I have already got loads of multi-buyers on this. I better give you all the chance, hadn't I? I adore this strand, and especially love the price. £7.95 for you on this today. I absolutely adore this. It is wonderful. It's just, it's gonna bring anything you pair with this to life, isn't it? Have you ever seen anything like that? It's a plain round, and then the centre section has got facets. Facets just in those 2 centre circles, and the facets themselves are, well, they're like the Blockbuster logo, aren't they? Let's be honest. Because look, they are all interlinking, aren't they? I know what it's better. I know. Wait, I've got a better one. Can we edit that bit out? No, because it's live. No one told me. This is a better description. Those facets, I love how they interlink. You know what it's like the inside of a beehive, isn't it?
I've never been in one. Sorry.
Ben, have you been here for this show? Have you been here the entire time? You've seen how close we are as a team to the edge of breakdown every moment. I do not need for me to say, this is just, you know, as a heads up. I do not need for me to say, do you know what it's like? It's like the inside of a beehive, isn't it? And for you to go, I don't know, never been in one.
That's bad, I'm sorry.
Ben!
I do know what you mean, though.
Don't try and tie it back. I do know what you mean, though. Don't tie it back. Woo! Don't worry, guys. Just 11 more minutes and we're out of your hair for the afternoon. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we're having a whale of a time today, aren't we? There's loads and loads of you getting your hands on it. Your names have got off my screen. Do check out your baskets for me. 2 people in Florida buying this. 2 people. Say that to me again, lovely lady. Bundle. Ooh. Oh, this is a good bundle. Oh, well, the Croaster would absolutely love this. Gemma Crow's coming up for you in a little bit. Isn't Gemma Crow lovely? Do you know what, she's dead nice as well, isn't she? Yeah. Your face then. Yeah. I know.
fabulous, clever, and really, really nice.
I know. Some people. She's on the Late Show tonight. She's having lots of fun. Gosh, she's so lovely. Oh, she knows we're talking about her. There she is. Hi, Jam. Look, she's like, what are you saying? We're talking about you, not to you. She isn't she lovely? So annoying. So annoying. Now, we're going to be giving you here something that she would love. And I know, because it's got wire meshing and it's one of her favourites. Now, I'm sorry, I can't take the label off. Oh, hang on, maybe I can. No, I can't. Sorry about that. Use your imagination. Imagine it's not there. Dark green wire mesh. This is 1 mil. Sorry, 1 metre of your 18 mil. And you've got the same gauge in your antique bronze tone. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so easy to work with. Bend it, shape it. Any way you want it. You can create flowers, you can encapsulate beads. If you go wrong, who cares? You just give it a pull, gets back in one place. Now, you've also got all of these memory wire pieces. Now, I don't know if Gemma obviously has worked with Gemma Crow. Gemma has obviously worked with herself before. No, have you worked with memory wire before? Yeah, thumbs up. Do you like it? Thumbs up. Oh, yeah, she loves it. You can use the mesh with the memory wire as well. Small, medium and large, we say ring, bracelet and necklace, but don't let that stop you. You can use these for anything. 14 reels on the small size, 14 reels on the medium, 10 on the large. And also you're going to be getting it all in your little gift bag as well, which you can reuse. Don't know if you've seen this before, but our little bags say on them, handmade gemstone jewellery. Doesn't have our logo smashed all over it or our website details, nothing. It's just that, so you can actually make a gift, pop it in here and give it as a little gift. Get a gift bag if you want. All of this for you today should be £10.85. What have you got, Ryan? Oh, have you got some photos of mesh ideas? Look at that, that's what we're doing with the mesh. I think that's the dark green actually. That's beautiful, isn't it? All Gemma Crows, that's the antiques bronze. We're crashing the price of this. These are just some ideas. Oh gosh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. £6.95 for you today. Absolutely sensational. And I want to let you know something as well. Just stay where you are. I want to let you know something too. Now, people love mesh so much that you guys at home voted Gemma Crow's wire mesh piece the #1 design of last year. Look, you see her there? 2013 Gemma Crow Wirework bouquet, and that was using this mesh. That's the #1. You guys at home voted it. Your #1 favourite piece of the whole year, and it was using this. Fantastic, isn't it? Lots of you getting this. That's a cracking price, is it? It really is an absolutely epic price point. Okie pokely, what are we doing? Squeeze one. What are we doing? And we left. Oh my goodness, I love this. Now, have I got a few of these, have I? How many of these have I got? 54k, not a bad amount, not a bad amount. I would love more, but I'm not going to complain because I'm happy just to have that much, to be honest. Have a look for me at this toggle clasp. Have you seen these?
Oh, actually, yes. I saw one once last week, I think it was, and they're just gorgeous.
Do you like them?
I do. I really like it. I think it's just pure elegance, really.
You're absolutely right. It really is very elegant. You have got your toggle clasp here, but it's with a bit of a twist. You've got a beautiful inlaid, high quality, stunning amethyst within here. Here's your T-bar with your ripples. And you've also got your round loop there as well for the actual T-bar to go through. Now, if you've got a little pixie haircut, or you know someone that has, or if you are planning on working this at the front of a design, or even a bracelet that you get to look at quite a bit yourself, this is really adding so much to your pieces. It totally is. We've put a lot of thought into this. We truly, truly have, because if you have a little look, if I show you the back, we've actually left very, very small gaps in the back. Oh, sorry. We've left very, very small. Just gonna hold it. Got very, very small holes in the back, and that just means that the light travels through. So you get that beautiful fire, almost like life inside the amethyst on that, and also on the T-bar. Both say 925 as well on them, and they are yours today for just £12.95 for you. What do you think of that price?
I think that's amazing, because you can make a real high-end piece of jewellery with that.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's a beautiful gift for somebody, it's a gift for yourself, or it's something that you could sell on. It's, you know, it's, for me, I just think it's an investment, because it is really beautiful.
You are completely right. It is an investment, isn't it? And it's beautifully high end. Look at that. Look at the high shine on there. It's spectacular, isn't it? There's lots of you getting your hands on it. Congratulations, everybody who's getting your hands on it. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Do you like that, Ben?
Oh, that's a really good photo.
That's a really good photo.
Oh.
Who took that picture? Did you?
No. No, not just. That's a great photo. No, it wasn't me.
Oh, right, okay.
It doesn't look real.
It doesn't look real. Well, I can assure you it is, Ben. Look, it's right here.
I need lessons.
I need lessons.
My photos aren't that good.
My photos aren't that good. Oh, Benny boy.
Tell you what, the price looks unreal.
Way! You're right, love.
Hello.
Hello, sweet Peter's head. Gemstone chain, go on.
If you had a couple of layers of those, you could have that as a focal drop.
Oh, you're so
Because you've got the same metals, because this is the rose plated.
The rose gold, 925.
So it would be a complete.
Okay, you're going to hate me for this. You know I'm going to ask you the most irritating question in the world. Go on, just answer it. I haven't asked you, but you know what I mean.
Over which one, that?
What, yeah?
What, 3 words?
If we put this with this.
Yeah. What, 3, oh, how much? Wow. Told you my brain's not working today, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, you are not the only one today. I think that's been made quite clear on numerous occasions today.
True.
I can't hold anything with a pair of tweezers, apparently. Ben has never been in a beehive. We've had a Bollywood tippy over Pete earlier on. Look at Pete. Look at my little Pete. So you're not the only one, love. You're really not.
If you had that with that on it, I mean, you would be able to ask a high price, because you've got complete precious metals there.
Yeah.
And you could just have that as a toggle on, as a feature at the very front of it, and have the couple of layers of this chain.
Yeah.
And you know, the colours are going to be nice and soft, and it's going to be sort of, again, it's luxurious, isn't it?
I adore that idea. I really, really do. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to mosey on over to you, actually. You ready for me?
I am, look, I'm all...
Now, actually,
myself.
Let me bring this with me, just so you remember. Come on over. Let's go. I'm going this way. I'm going to see you. Hi. My notes.
So,
you did it.
Did I do it?
Oh my goodness, did you? That is so spectacular. I want to quickly recap. Before we look at it, let me quickly recap, because I am in love. Okay, this is what we're going for in this kit today, in our challenge bundle, amazingly priced. You're going to be getting 2 pieces of this stunning druzy. Isn't that a spectacular geode? You have got here 100 carats worth, 60 by 35 mil approximately. And you'll also have another piece at around the same carat weight, which is 50 by 30 mil. Gorgeous, aren't they? Beautiful. And then you get wire with it as well. Take a little look at this wire. It is your beautiful rich copper 1 mil. 10 metres, and 0.4 10 metres as well. Both of these and the 2 geodes, your price today, $12.95. You said you wanted to make a piece that was wearable and something that was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, you have. Take a look at this necklace first off. How did we do this?
It's just been held in a normal way that, you know, you get your 3 pieces of wire and you bind section to actually cage it.
Yeah.
And then just embellished with the actual excess wires. That has been put on a long chain, so it would be one that you would wear
down, so it would twist.
It would twist around, you know, because it is quite a curved shape. But each one is different, and again, funnily enough, that was the lighter one. And then I went for the slightly smaller one.
How amazing!
It's a bit.
Is that?
I did it super quick, so it's not perfect.
A little card holder for your stall.
It's just for you to get.
Isn't that clever? I love it. You are an absolute star. Thank you so much for sticking with us today. Lovely lady, when are you next on?
With you?
Yeah, you are. I've got loads of you recently,
We're allowed to work together again.
I know.
No,
well,
we love along,
I don't know, not after today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you guys at home as well. I think we've had a bit of a laugh. Stay tuned for the late show. I will see you very, very soon. Have a lovely evening.
Jewellery Maker offers an extensive range of creative workshops for all